live in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Forgot. I know, we did. Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast on a Thursday with Mike and Jay. Big E is here. Kadog, monster asshole yet here. How you doing, buddy?
Really quite well, Mike.
Are you?
Got a little late hit on the smelling salt here, so I'm trying to recover.
Yeah.
Usually recovered by this point in the show.
Yeah. Woo! 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 Anyway.
How are you, Mike?
I'm
nobody usually asks you that, and
yeah, and I appreciate
you
that.
deserve to tell us how you are, Mike.
I am medium well to well.
Okay.
You know, right in that range.
Yeah. What'd you do today?
I worked out.
Whoa.
Huh?
What'd you do?
I went on a coffee run. I worked out. I had some phone calls.
Some business to attend to.
Business to attend to. Absolutely. What?
What? Huh?
I thought you started to ask me something, and I talked over.
What?
No. What? What'd you do working out?
What?
No, I ran on a treadmill.
The international sign of banging chicks.
Yeah, I just banged.
Yeah. 4 to 5
No.
times a day.
Well, when you get it 4 or 5 times a day, sometimes you run a little on fluid.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I went on the treadmill.
Very good.
Very proud of myself. And
You
then
know,
I ate like shit.
I don't know. On one of the most beautiful days of the summer, there you are on a treadmill, but
in a basement too.
kind of
so
sad and lame, but okay.
yeah. Well, it is what it
A
is.
dark basement. Seriously,
Dude, really? You're not going to give me that?
Mike, it's a beautiful summer day.
Yeah, but I don't want to be out in public. That's a disaster.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
it's
that's
a
dangerous.
Start. It's a start.
Anyway, dare I say a big show on a Thursday? We got a lot to get to. More on Cecil, our favorite lion.
God damn it!
Outrage!
Why?
Did you see they made a Beanie Baby out of him?
I did see that.
This world.
Look at everybody take advantage of this. You know what I mean?
Big corporate America.
Yeah, of course, swooping in. But so we'll get to an update on that and tell you what my man is doing. He's still in hiding, but we'll give you an update on him.
Just
also,
wants to clean bicuspids. That's all he wants.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
It's taken
And
away from him.
He can't do that. Netflix, new policy from Netflix. We'll get into that. The Bat Boy. We haven't talked about the Bat Boy yet.
No, we didn't.
Who took one to the head, and he's no longer with us. We'll get to that story.
You will not laugh at this story.
Oh,
Mike.
no, absolutely not. It's a terrible story.
I feel like there's something that we're gonna laugh about.
No.
Okay. Why are you laughing at this?
Because I'm looking at you, and you look like you're laughing, and the camera's facing
God,
me.
this is a dead kid, guys. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll cover that tragic story coming up.
Right. Also,
E, what are you laughing at the dead kid for?
Jesus,
you monster.
I don't know.
you are a monster.
You guys are laughing, so I'm laughing.
Unbelievable. El Chapo, we've got an update on him. I've been wondering where that dude is.
The chap.
Yeah, the chap, the guy that broke out of the prison in Mexico. We got a little fight on a Brooklyn Bridge. Not usually the participants you would expect. We'll get to that.
Mr. and Mrs. Haverkamp,
Well,
perhaps?
who would you expect to be fighting on the Brooklyn Bridge?
Well, cop and a perp, or
okay, gotcha.
2 teenagers.
Gotcha.
This you wouldn't expect to see fighting on a bridge. They are humans, though. But we should probably start with another theater shooting. I don't know if you saw that, but we got a guy. What is going on, man? Is this? I think these are just mental patients.
Yeah, it's just copycat shit, right? Because James, what's his name?
Holmes.
Yeah, he just got sentenced or is in the midst of getting the death sentence, perhaps. And then you had that dude a month ago, right?
A couple
Who
weeks
shot up
ago.
some people.
Yeah. Well, this is a suspect armed with a gun and a hatchet. God, dude, I'd rather be shot than hit with a hatchet.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing when I heard that.
I do not want to be hit with a hatchet.
Remember there's an attack a couple months ago on a New York City cop just standing there in the corner, dude,
Right in the
hatchet him.
back.
Oh, my God.
Like, I can't, when I think, as we've discussed at great length about you in your early days, not so much now, but like, I wouldn't mind being shot just to see what it feels like. I can put myself in that scenario too. Like I can at least pick a body part I wouldn't mind being shot. If I had to be shot, I can't think of a body part I'd want to be hit with a hatchet.
Correct.
Like the head, the neck, the shoulder,
Yeah.
the arm.
You know what's really grisly to me too are these murders like by hammer.
Yeah, claw
Oh,
hammers.
Damn it.
Yeah, no,
Ah,
I wouldn't want to be drilled with a claw hammer
an
either.
extra special psycho.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The type that'll dismember you when he's done.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, this guy came in with a hatchet. He has been shot and killed by police after injuring 3 people inside this Nashville movie theater during a screening of Mad Max. And this is,
What is
you know,
this, 1974?
well, they've got the reboot of Mad Max.
Of
That's
course.
right.
Which honestly, if you're looking for the silver lining, this is great news for Mad Max.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
It wasn't even on my radar, obviously.
yeah. At least you're now aware that there's a Mad Max movie in theaters, kind of
Mhm.
like Trainwreck a couple weeks ago, where that shooting happened. So this is great news for the Mad Max people.
True.
Every station and news outlet on the country is now talking about Mad Max.
Can't buy that publicity.
No, you can't.
Who's
So-
playing the Mel Gibson character? Mad
Tom-
Max, as it were.
Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron. So I'm assuming Tom Hardy is. Yeah, there he is.
Okay. Did we really need a Mad Max remake?
I wouldn't think so,
No.
but you know, they're plucking anything that was successful
Totally.
20, 30 years ago and redoing it. Ghostbusters with a chick cast.
dude, I saw that.
Um,
Like all the Saturday Night Live women,
yeah,
Kristen Wiig, and
yeah,
so forth.
and Melissa McCarthy
Right.
and that
Well-
massive black chick that's now on SNL. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's huge. She's funny actually. She's funny.
Yeah, but it's
Dude,
it's like I know it's so cliche now with all these movies, I guess, but dude, like Independence Day 2, you know, really, like at least do we need an Independence Day 2 like 15 years later or whatever it is? I don't.
Definitely no.
Can we just make a new Alien movie at least? Just make a new movie about
Is
aliens.
it with
and-
Will Smith?
I don't even know. I think the whole cast is coming
Yeah.
back, but I'm not sure.
yeah. Well, they keep going back to this well. It went. I mean, when are they going to come out with ET? When you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a good one, man.
couldn't you see
Honestly,
them
yeah.
rebooting ET?
Why not?
I mean, they're doing it with all of them. Jaws. We're going to redo Jaws.
Please don't.
I agree. Please don't. Plus, they just CGI the shit out of these
Yeah.
things. They just don't. I don't know.
Well, the thing about ET, you know, of course, it could be a better creature, CGI'd and so forth. But come on, that was really a touching story of friendship
Exactly.
between
Yeah.
Elliot and the creature. You can't remake that.
And a young Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Little
What did
tiny.
she call him? Penis meat or something?
I
What?
don't
What,
think she
penis
called him
breath?
penis meat.
Was it penis breath?
No.
Yes, she did.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
She called the older brother something, didn't she? Kadog, back me up on this
Not
one.
penis related.
I think it was penis related.
Oh, look, but I don't think it was penis.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was
no,
penis.
that would have been.
I think she called him penis breath.
I don't think so.
I thought she did. Did I watch a porno, an ET porno?
Dude, the big
Oh,
thing.
please, fingers crossed that I'm not out of my mind.
You know, Jay, that was one of the first big times in a movie that market placing of a product was really big.
Is that right? What product was
Reese's
that?
Pieces.
What was it?
Reese's Pieces.
Oh, that's right.
No, for real. That like
You know what? I
Sky marketed after that. And
Dude, I heard Eminem turned it down too.
did they really?
Eminem was approached
Oh.
to be the Reese's Pieces
Because dude,
of that movie, and they turned it down.
it like skyrocketed
Oh,
after
really?
that movie.
I thought you were talking about the rapper. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
Eminem was gonna be. Oh, here.
No,
Oh,
the
no.
kid says it. Elliot calls him penis breath, not Drew
Play it,
Barrymore.
play it. I haven't seen it.
Deformed kid.
Maybe an elf or a leprechaun.
It was nothing like that, penis breath.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Down.
Oh no, come on. That was
Dude, no,
30
that would
years
that
ago.
would have been different if a little girl had said
Back
that
it
in
up.
that movie.
Does she say it at the end?
No.
Maybe it was a pervert or deformed kid or
A
something.
deformed kid.
Maybe an elf or a leprechaun.
It was nothing like that, penis breath.
Elliot, sit down.
God, that's Drew Barrymore. Jesus.
Oh, does she not say it there? God damn it! I wanted to say it.
God, God, I
Well, it was
gotta watch
part
that
right.
movie again. I think.
Good movie, dude. It stands up. I watched it with the boys. I don't know, a year and a half ago or something.
You know
It does stand up.
yeah,
Does it look goofy when they're riding the bicycle?
totally, of course.
Yeah.
But it's
Um,
the story, Mike.
That's the thing, though. If a story is good enough, I think it can hold up, and that's
Yeah.
why some of the CGI shit is not the same.
Yeah, that's why you don't have to remake it because it's not about making it totally real looking, making the creature look more real.
Who cares about
Yeah.
that?
That is bullshit.
All right, we got a longer.
We got a
clip.
longer one.
All right, let's see what she
Elf
says.
or leprechaun.
It was nothing like that, penis breath.
Elliot, sit down.
Come on.
Dad would believe me.
Not looking good, Mike.
She does say
Maybe you ought to
something.
call your father and tell him about it.
I can't. He's in Mexico with Sally.
Ooh,
That's kind of a shot.
yeah.
Come on.
Come on, Drew.
Where's Mexico?
This is riveting.
She's adorable.
She is.
I'm gonna kill you.
We just watched probably the most boring scene in the whole movie.
Don't touch it. Just call me and we'll have.
I don't even
someone
remember
take
this.
it away.
I remember liking their table.
But they'll give it a
I
little
swear to God, I
fire.
remember her saying penis breath at
Experiments
some
on it
point.
or something.
No, you're just misremembering it. You're remembering
This
Elliot
isn't
blurted
fair.
out penis breath.
I haven't.
I set and cleared.
I haven't seen this movie in 30
Well,
years,
but
and
you
you
know
saw
what
it like a week ago.
Don't make the proclamation.
What's the matter, Mom?
Elliot said penis breath.
It's Mexico.
Anyway,
Oh, geez.
see if you can.
Come on, Drew.
God damn it! Someone email in and let us know if she says penis
I
breath.
don't
Like,
think
this-
so, man. I know she had some one-liners in this, but
Yeah.
I don't think penis breath comes up twice in this movie.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm remembering it
I
wrong.
can't
from
believe they had
30 years
penis
ago.
breath.
Yeah,
in it.
that honestly
Back in the
was-
day like that?
Yeah,
You didn't remember that?
yeah. Now, like, yes. As soon
You
as you
called
put
me
it,
a liar,
as soon as you
basically.
put it in that the context of them sitting at the table, I'm like, that's right. Elliot says it.
Okay.
Penis breath. That's thinking back though, for real though. That was a family movie,
Yeah,
and like
he
in the
just
80s.
told his brother he sucked dick.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, no simple terms.
And sucked so much dick that his breath
His breath-
literally smelled like cock.
Breath was paying for
Right.
it.
That's how
Yeah.
much he sucked cock.
So anyway, great news for Mad Max fans. They're
Right. Back
their
to the
movie-
story at
Somebody-
hand.
Talking about somebody that gets shot in a theater.
well, their movie is getting tremendous free press today.
Yes.
So that's good news for them. SWAT team cordoned off the area surrounding the Carmike 8 Theater in Tennessee, like 1:13 this afternoon. Seems like an odd time in the middle of the week.
What a dumb fuck, man. If you're going to pull this off, what are you doing at a matinee?
Yeah. Who goes to I mean, are you trying to get that last summer push with kids?
It's less to get it. K-Dog does the money sign.
What did he
It
do?
costs less for the ticket.
Was he worried about that? He had to know he was going out in a blaze of glory. I mean,
You know what?
maybe he was trying to kill kids.
You know what you can do, by the way, if you go to MJR theaters, if you use your credit card, you can go to that automated thing and you can get child tickets
Yeah, you've
anytime.
told us
Okay,
that.
never
It's
mind.
called stealing. But
Yeah, well, that apparently goes on at movie theaters quite a lot by individuals in this room.
Yeah.
well, what are you going to do?
Times are tough.
They are tough. I'm with you.
Got to see those movies.
I have done that, by the way.
Don't
Not
deprive me.
Beth has, though.
Dude,
Beth
I
has
still-
definitely bought the junior tickets.
Dude, the best, I remember, I probably brought it up already, but the best time I did it was a rated R movie where I thought, there's no way that it will stop me. And it said, this is a rated R movie. Are you sure you want to buy a child ticket? And I said, yes.
I think we may have done that at the zoo once, too. Not we. Whenever I say we, I mean Beth.
That's kind of a rabble rouser.
Yeah, she's trouble.
Or a thief. A flat out.
Well,
A punk, if you will.
Well, I am kind of like a child, really.
That's
I mean,
true.
If you think
Make that
about it,
argument.
it does kind of make sense that you would go one adult, one child. Because I'm the guy that's going to walk in and go, look at that proof.
Yeah. That's
Just like a 5-year-old would do. So
that's how I feel about the movie. I'm very
Yeah.
immature, so
I almost called Gab a Proops today.
was she
I go,
looking-
look at that. And she goes,
don't.
are you going to call me a Proops? No.
What was she doing that she determined that you like? Was there some you don't just whatever?
Just walking by looking good.
She was looking cute. All you have to do is look adorable.
Yes.
Look at that proofs.
That proves.
So anyway, the SWAT team goes into this theater at 1:13 in the afternoon after moviegoers alerted authorities to this gunman who walked in wearing a surgical mask. A short time later, the 29-year-old man, they say he's a local guy who hasn't been ID'd yet. I guess he had ID on him, but they haven't talked to the family yet, and they want to do more testing to make sure it's him for sure. But they are saying he's a 29-year-old white guy. He was shot dead by police after escaping the theater out the back. Witnesses say the confrontation with officers lasted for a few minutes. A 58-year-old man was injured after he was attacked with an axe.
Damn it!
Jesus.
Wasn't there pepper spray too? Didn't the guy unleash a ton of pepper spray?
Yes, he did. And a couple women got just blasted with pepper spray. This 53-year-old and a 17-year-old. They were treated for chemical exposure at the scene after the suspect doused the inside of the theater with it. I guess it was really thick in there with this pepper spray.
Dude, they're just walking amongst us. A dude can just walk up to you at the movie theater and whack you with an axe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you think about it, though, why would it? But there's nothing in place to stop it. It's just the whole, other than society, I guess.
That's my point, man. There's nothing in place to stop that.
Yeah.
Crazy man just doing crazy shit.
But that's the free society that we talk about.
It's wild, man.
But you think about it, like, of all places, I can't think of a softer target. I mean, when you a movie theater specifically,
you're right. Everybody's
like that
just contained in this room.
Totally.
They're just not paying attention to shit around them.
Yep. And there aren't exits behind you. They're all down. There's usually 4 exits: the right side, the left side, and then the exits that go out to the parking lot in a theater. But they're all in front of you. So if a guy just walks in, I mean, what are you going to do? Walk past him, tackle him? It's not like, and if you duck, he still has run of the theater. He can walk up and down the aisles, just mowing people down. I mean, at a mall, soft targets for sure, but there's places to go.
Many ways you can go. You are literally a captive audience in a
totally.
Theater. You like that, Eddie?
I mean, I don't know where else would be an equally soft target. I'm trying to think. Like,
no, I can't think one either. Where you're in this enclosed room, you're all staring in one direction, like you say. All the exits are in a place where you've got to pass somebody.
Yeah, you've got to pass the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. Think about that. Of like opening weekend of the new Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, some guy, there's people dressed up as all kinds of characters.
Yeah.
Some guy goes in as Darth Vader and just pulls out whatever.
Well, that was the whole thing with the Joker, right? This James asshole dressed up as the Joker, and people probably didn't think much
twice
of it if they just see some crazy looking dude.
Yeah.
And moreover, the point about the target too, like nobody has their guard up at a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
You're going there just to turn off your brain and watch some dumb story. You're not, it's sort of like this place that it's the ultimate place to just fuck people up, and that it's completely opposite of what they're trying to do.
Right.
Just enjoy themselves with their family or their friends, just chill out and watch a movie.
Well, the other examples, even like the mall, you're usually there for a reason. You're doing something. You're right. A theater, you're just just
there for entertainment and to
you're sitting duck,
relax.
You're literally a sitting duck sitting in there. And it's funny. You're already hearing people talk like they need to get rid of all the guns. They need to get rid of guns in America. And it's like, and they'll point out too, nice, another gun-free zone. And you're like, yeah, exactly, a gun-free zone, making sure that anybody who would have prevented this or would have been able to help wasn't legally able to carry. You realize that a gun-free zone, it only works if everybody's playing by those rules.
Yeah.
But law-abiding gun owners don't play by those rules.
Rule breakers don't play by rules.
Yes, exactly. They're called criminals for a reason. Do you think anybody that's going to come into a theater and open fire gives a shit?
This is a
gun-free zone. Well, God damn it. When did they put? I don't even remember them adding that.
Is there some sort of
a different target? I suppose.
Is there some sort of permit I can obtain to bring a gun in here?
This could be a finable offense. Well, I guess I'll just carry on. I mean,
I was going to blow everyone up, but I guess I'll just go home.
Jeez, wouldn't want to get in trouble for this.
So he didn't kill anybody though. This guy.
No.
You got the one guy with the axe, some pepper spray, but the cops took him down.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
Sweet.
He was carrying a couple backpacks, and it looked like they were wired, but they were just nothing. They were just bogus to freak people out. And it sounds like people ran out of the theater, and there was an accident nearby that they were tending to.
Oh, lucky.
And so people caught them and were like, so I wonder if they were like pulling a body out of a car or something. They're like, there's a guy with a gun in the theater. They just drop that guy in the corner and run in there. I don't know how that would work, but they were luckily close enough to be able to get there right away, which is probably, they say, saved a lot of people's lives. They said the gunman entered the building. One officer walked into the theater and confronted him. The man raised his gun and pulled the trigger, prompting the officer to fire back. This guy avoided the bullet, but the suspect escaped out one of the back entrances. Once he got outside, there was SWAT teams, and they were just like, "Oh, hello," and just lit this fucker up. So, anyway, yeah,
isn't that something like a guy like that? James Holmes kills all these people, ends up alive, and go through this whole 2-year trial,
3-year
death
trial.
sentence, all this shit. He's gonna be sitting there, even if he gets the death penalty, for years. All these appeals, all this bullshit. And then this dude, he doesn't get anybody. He gets out the back door and just gets whacked, right?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And we'll do what we usually do, and this guy will turn into some sort of villainous hero by plastering his face and name all over everything, and they'll dive into his life and what made him do this, as if you're going to understand the mind of some psychopath.
Yeah.
Or try. Although he didn't kill anyone, so it probably won't be as big of a story. Obviously, it won't be as big of a story as it could have been, but
yeah. Hey, this is the summertime special you've been waiting for. Only while supplies last, you can lease a 2015 Ford Escape SE for $159 for 24 months at Zott Ford and Holly. Yes, their sales staff is hotter than Biggie's new robotic girlfriend, but this Escape deal is the hottest of them all. Again, just $159 for a Ford Escape. Surf their massive inventory and smoking deals at ZottFord.com.
The plane wing that washed up on Reunion Island that they found, just kind of,
happened upon, at best.
Well, thank God it washed up on a shore for us to find so conveniently. They're saying that they've confirmed that is from Flight 370.
Well, I'm glad about that. That there's not just a bunch of other plane wings out there.
Seeing as there was not a single unaccounted for 777 in the world, it would have been really, really surprising.
Chances were that it was going to be this one.
The chances were beyond strong that this was going to fit with this. So the Prime Minister of Malaysia confirmed this. Najib Razak has said that the 515 days after the jet vanished, he's finally able to confirm that the aircraft crashed into the sea, which is good. He said that it is with a heavy heart that I must tell you that an international team of experts has conclusively confirmed that the aircraft debris found on Reunion Island is indeed from Flight 370. We now have physical evidence that, as I announced last year, that Flight 370 ended in the southern Indian Ocean. The announcement ends an agonizing wait for the families of the passengers, 239 passengers and crew, who have demanded concrete proof of what happened to their missing loved ones. Although some of them are still questioning whether this is true or not.
I know, I saw that.
The denial, dude.
Come on.
Yeah.
No offense, but
how can that happen? Like, everything about this story lends to it. Unless you're a complete conspiracy theorist from the beginning, there were people, somebody hijacked it and landed it on a secret, like Dr. Evil type rock right out in the middle of the ocean. But dude, doesn't every ounce of reason in you just go, man, I had to have crashed. I know they can't find it, but
it sucks, but yeah.
So to go the whole other way and go into this denial that it didn't crash.
Yeah.
It's what? Still out there on a freaking rock?
That's sort of human nature, though, to hold out some glimmer of hope until you have a body or something.
That is such a weird scenario, though. It's usually we know, and even though you're right, the idea that you would be maybe, but
there are plenty of conspiracy theorists that'll get in people's ears going, well, you just don't know. I mean, for sure. Hey, you haven't seen a body. I haven't seen a body.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened. You plant that in some desperate person's head.
You almost have to start going aliens, that sort of thing.
Yeah, true. Malaysia Airlines said family members of passengers and crew have already been informed, and we extend our deepest sympathies to those affected. Oh, wait.
For what?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
They're Malaysian-y.
It don't even make any sense.
Malaysians are really good badminton players.
Really?
Is this just a story to tell us that you won again?
No.
Oh, okay.
You did? You won?
Well, I beat my, former Olympian badminton instructor.
Any chance he can bring up badminton? Like, what a fucking... We're talking about the Malaysia flight crash landing, and he brings up
their
badminton.
national sport. Okay,
It
it's
is.
the national
Well,
sport of Malaysia.
Who cares?
And it's a killer sport.
But how is
it
that
is, and I played the power game as I mentioned.
understand that. How is that? How is that like applicable?
No,
go
finish
ahead.
that. That was
Go ahead
good.
and finish
You
that.
got this.
How is that? What?
What?
I'm not. I
No,
don't know
you
where
got
you're
it.
going. I don't know where you're going with this. Go ahead and finish it.
How does that apply here?
Well, the Malaysians,
Equitably, as you said. Yeah.
the Malaysians, as I said, dominated my class, my badminton class. They played the dink and dunk.
Mm-hmm.
I came at it
Isn't
with the
that-
power game.
Try to go short, then
Yes,
long.
yeah,
Get
They'd
you
go
running.
short. I'd dive. I'd put it back over their head. They'd have to do something desperate, and then I'd just power it down into
Isn't
their
that
face.
like to me, dude? That just seems like the epitome of just the American way. Like all around the country, they love these games, or it's like little chess matches, and
Yes.
Americans just come in there.
Big American
boom,
comes in and
fuck
just
you.
puts it in their, puts that shuttlecock in their face.
Just shove that shuttlecock right back in there.
Right down their
USA,
throat with a
motherfucker.
shuttlecock.
That's kind of how I was, dude. I'm like this compared to them. They're all like 5'3", and I'm just standing there like way above the net, just clobbering this.
Yeah.
But they do. They're all their games, dude. They love those little chess games, those little, play the spin, and Americans just come in there.
Yeah, the nuanced talent.
Right.
And yeah,
Fuck
we just
that
come
shit.
in.
You don't need to win.
It's like
with that.
Texas, it's just like, bull in a china shop, whatever. Go ahead and play.
Applicable.
There you go.
Applicable.
Yeah, I don't think it was applicable.
Wait, which one's preferred, applicable or applicable?
Oh, no.
Applicable or applicable.
I think we're going applicable.
Applicable.
Of course we're going applicable.
How was that applicable to the story
Well,
today?
via dictionary.com, I think it's the appropriate pronunciation.
It's appropriate.
Pronunciation.
What is the word of the day?
Twitter-pated?
Twitter-pated.
What the hell is that?
Say that
man?
again.
Twitter-pated.
Can we go to what is that?
Excited or overcome by romantic feelings.
Oh, it's how you feel about TCG.
No,
Yeah.
it is not how I
When
feel.
you're
I'm not
standing out on his
Twitter-pated.
lawn with
You
the
are-
boombox above your head, you can yell, I'm
Twitter-pated, TCG. I'm Twitter-pated.
I'm
totally Twitter-pated, TCG.
I am not. I only get Twitter-pated over females.
And then he's like, what does a Twitter-pated mean? And you go,
It means that I'm excited or overcome by romantic feelings. Hence, smitten for you, TCG.
Smitten. I am not Twitter-pated by any males ever. I've never have, nor I ever will be Twitter-pated.
You can
by
admit
men.
it. We'll still like you.
absolutely. So they said this is indeed a major breakthrough for us in resolving the disappearance of Flight 370. We expect and hope that there would be more objects to be found which would be able to help resolve this mystery.
I don't feel like Chinese tonight anyway.
Well,
Well, I think if they would have been watching over the last 6 months, they would have found things that apparently residents say, oh, yeah. He's been washing up for a while.
Oh, my God. Plane seats have been washing up here like crazy. We've just discarded them. Why didn't you tell us? We would have been on the lookout. We
Yeah.
didn't even know we were on the lookout for these, but we keep finding stuff.
we've just been burning them.
Burning them,
Yeah,
throwing shit away.
What's the population like on this island? Are we talking like Bushmen? Because have they not heard that there's a missing plane, and perhaps if a plane seat washes up, that may be
What island
relevant
was
to
it?
someone somewhere in the world?
Yeah, I think that's true in a lot of these stories where the rest of the world isn't really finally in tune
Do
with.
they know that man is in flight?
Right.
They might. Well, as we learned with where was it?
That one island where
In Africa, 3 seconds of glorious flight. That lady, where they were trying to invent flight.
Reinvent.
It's like,
dude, we're
can
doing
someone
it.
just tap him on the shoulder and let him know, like, this crew that's here tonight to film this?
Kitty Hawk, sons of bitches, Kitty Hawk.
Yeah, they flew here. Like they're already doing what you did.
Right, they didn't come over by steamship.
So anyway, yeah, there were reports, as Jay's talking about, that items were just floating up on the beach. So I don't know. I think it looks like a nice island, but I don't know how many people there are.
What island was it?
It's right near Madagascar.
Reunion. Yeah.
What is it?
Reunion.
The movie?
Reunion.
Yeah, the
Island.
movie where they filmed the movie Madagascar. King Julian's there. Everybody.
So some of the relatives said the confirmation the plane had crashed was just not enough to lay the matter to rest. Joaquita Gonzalez, whose husband Pat was the chief steward on board, demanded answers.
Demanded answers. The plane crashed and he's dead.
Now I want to know where the main body of the plane is so that we can take out the passengers and get the black box so we can know what happened. Only that for us will be full closure. And then while Lee Kim Fett, whose wife Fung Wei Yung was a flight attendant. Added,
Ooh, me sorry, me no speak Chinese.
I'm still not satisfied. There are still so many questions are left unanswered. So many horrors in the puzzle.
Are there really, like, I get that we don't know what happened, but like at this point, you're getting the plane wreckage. I mean, something happened and it crashed.
Yeah, but isn't that question number 2? Like, okay, all right, we found that it crashed.
Right.
Question number 1 is answered. How did it happen? Question number 2. And that's the thing. Like, they're gonna examine, I guess, the edges of this thing to see if the
barnacles on it.
Well, either if it broke off in flight or if it broke off in impact, they'll be able to tell based on the damage to it.
Yeah. Well, she goes on to say, until today, we has no answers. Just show me a flapper run. Show me more. Answer the questions. I don't know what questions are people ignoring that they're not answering? As you said, where did the plane go down? Fuck if I know. Your guess is as good as mine. Next, any other questions? Is everybody alive or dead?
Dead.
Fuck if I know, but I would assume they're dead. You know,
haven't heard from
else?
any of them.
Yeah, if any of them call, let us know. We'd love to talk to them.
Reimburse them a ticket, maybe, if they can call you.
If they can prove they were on that flight.
Give them a voucher.
I mean, this idea that people are holding out from them information. It's like,
what would be the benefit of that?
You don't want the information they have. All arrows are pointing to disaster, plane crash, bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Like, it sucks. It is what it is. Despite the announcement that the wing was confirmed as coming from 370, prosecutors in France stopped short of declaring that they were certain. And here's where the problems come in. Is if, now it's like, but in France, they say you're not sure. Yeah. And so that just keeps the ball rolling.
Jesus.
They said there's a very strong likelihood that that's the case. Deputy French prosecutor said, the very strong conjectures are to be confirmed by complementary analysis that will begin tomorrow morning.
That a lot of words.
Yeah.
There to say, we're still working on it.
The very strong conjectures are to be confirmed by a complementary analysis that will begin tomorrow morning. Well said, Serge. Thank you for that. The experts are conducting their work as fast as they can in order to give complete and reliable information as quickly as possible.
Parlez-vous français?
The real work is yet to begin. I think, and I don't know for sure what this is, but I think there's questions about money and payouts with this. If it's determined that it was a problem with the flight, with the plane itself, if there was a manufacturer's error, that's on Boeing, which could be a humongous payout. They've got very deep pockets. If it was the pilot, because there's reports that these guys took it offline and then they brought it back online and they went way off course and drove it into the ocean. If that's what happened, then Malaysia Airlines is on the line.
Yeah. So the ultimate question, it's not surprising that they don't know what happened to it, but for France to be like, whoa, hold the phone here, we're not sure it's the wing. It's surprising to me. What do I know about this ship? But I would think there'd be, number one, like you said, are there any other missing 777s? No. Okay. This comes from a 777. You start to conclude some things with that.
Right.
Moreover, you probably look at the parts or take some parts of it away and you see signs that it's specific to this airplane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would assume there's serial numbers and shit like that, but maybe
almost
not
on every part of a plane.
Really?
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the holdup, France?
I
Just
don't
being
know.
Dicks like the French are from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know it, but again, probably until they find bodies or something, and like
they'll need to find a bigger piece in order to say what happened, right?
I mean, it seems pretty simple. If it's missing that part of the wing, pretty safe to say the rest of the plane didn't make it very far.
No. But what happened is the question. Did it blow up midair?
Yeah.
Did he dive bomb it into the ocean?
Yeah.
Those are the two probable choices, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's dependent on who pays out in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if they decide that it was the pilot, then it gets into searching the history of that guy, find out if there's anything that they should have been aware of, kind of like the German wings.
Well, I'm sure they've done that, right?
Maybe, but maybe not to the extent. where
they
you know
do it with greater dispatch at this point.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I don't know.
Hey, summer will be over before we know it. Let Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban sell your home while the market's still hot. Krista will handle all the details so you can enjoy the summer weather while it lasts. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
Got a fight that happened on the Brooklyn Bridge.
I heard about this.
Yes, a cab driver and this elderly couple. Yeah. Got into it on the bridge.
Awesome.
Went to fisticuffs. They came to blows during a bit of a road rage incident. As other drivers got out of their cars to try to like break them up, keep them apart. It's thought the argument was sparked over problems when I don't know who was driving, mother or father, when they were merging. So
I'm merging, mother.
Yeah. So about 11:30 in the morning, this started, and this taxi driver got pissed, and they said he threw out the window at them what resembled like a Pringles can, and chucked it at the car. And so this old bird gets out of her thing, and she's got one of those 3-pronged walkers.
Oh,
sweet.
geez.
Yeah.
It's like the cane, but
Yeah, that's got like 3 legs on
absolutely.
it. And so she goes walking up to give him a him a
What's
piece of
for?
her mind. Yeah, give her a what for. Give him a what for. And he like kicked the cane out of her and pushed her down. And so the old man, that's kind of where the video picks up, but that's what witnesses said happened. And then the old man is like,
we have some video of this.
yeah. This guy's like an octogenarian, they said.
Wait, so the black dude is the cab driver?
No, the guy in the blue shirt, and that old man is kicking his ass now.
Okay. He really is, man.
Yeah.
Give me a kick.
And then he takes it out on the car after that.
Dude, that old man is wow.
So the black dude was just somebody who saw the cab driver push the old lady down.
He's still kicking the car. Yeah, exactly.
Can you almost do that one more
Yeah,
time?
go back again.
Now we kind of know this.
No, the participants.
Yeah.
So black guy hits the taxi driver. He goes down to his knees. Old man just starts pounding him.
Oh my god, dude. Those are some
man.
haymakers, dude.
It's like
Yeah.
It's like McCarty with Claude Lemieux up against
Turtle.
the boards.
Yes, totally.
It really is.
They're gonna have to give him like a
And then
body
he-
slam or something. It looked like.
What a badass. How cool is that to have on your resume?
It honestly looked like McCarty Lemieux there for a second.
It did. Guy was turtling. Watch him. Everything's fine.
Look at him back kicking. He's donkey kicking it.
Hell yeah. And then both parties were able to get the hell out of there before the cops showed up.
Wow.
So we skated on that.
That's awesome.
Kind of cool.
Yes. I wish we saw the old bird falling though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know. I know.
And good. See the orthopedic shoes up in the air.
And the 3-prong cane. I
Yes.
love a good 3-prong cane. Is there anything cooler than that?
That's a hot look.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the fight video I was telling you about. The U.S., the United States of America. I've honestly been wondering about El Chapo, our boy,
Yeah.
Guzman. He's been on the run since he broke out of prison, and there has been almost
Walked out
no
of prison.
word of that guy. Yeah, he just kind of walked. Well, he walked out twice before, and this time he just
Tunneled out.
tunneled out and had his little motorcycle, and he is fucking gone, man. And there's no sign of him. Well, the U.S. announced today, the government announced a $5 million reward for information leading to his
Oh.
recapture, the recapture of El Chapo Guzman. And they also set up a tip line for information.
Really?
The acting head of the DEA, Chuck Rosenberg, said he believes Guzman is still in Mexico, probably hiding in his home state of the Sinaloa, which I would say is a safe assumption. I think he's still in Mexico. Do I know that? No, it's an educated guess. When he heard of the escape on July 11th, Rosenberg said he was extremely disappointed, but not really all that surprised. I mean, it happened before, right? So fool me once, shame on you. I think I have that right. Fool me twice, shame on me.
How's that go, George W?
Yeah, George Bush. I got the same thing. Fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me
Fool me
twice.
twice. Won't get fooled again.
Well, we're not gonna, when his face does that, he's just like, well, I'm not going to get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again.
Great, dude.
I
Look
love
at
that
the president. The president.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's an old
God, he looks
saying
young.
in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you." If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Can't get fooled again.
Dude.
How do you say there's a saying, an old saying?
In Tennessee. I know it's in Texas.
Yeah,
It's probably in Tennessee, too.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's
probably
like-
everywhere, you idiot.
It's like Governor Perry in the last round of debates, the last election.
Oh,
where he's
yeah.
like, I get rid of three organizations or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, boom, boom, and then he's just blanking on the third.
I can't remember the
And
third one.
He's asking like guys next to him and shit. What was the third one? They're just like, I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you.
Fool me once, but you can't get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again.
Awesome.
He's
If
so
you could be a tree, what would you be? I wouldn't be a tree because I'm a bush.
Yeah.
Remember that line?
No.
Yeah,
No.
dude.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nancy Pelosi's daughter did a documentary.
Oh, no.
During that election, his first run, and so she was kind of implanted with him for several months, and she reported he's just an awesome dude.
Yeah.
You know, just
That doesn't shock me,
yeah,
actually,
real nice
but-
guy and stuff. And so
Yeah.
that was one moment I remember from that where
Really?
like, you know, Governor, if you could be a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Of course, harkening back to Baba Wawa's famous question.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He goes, I wouldn't be a tree because I'm a bush.
That's funny.
Perfect.
Mexican authorities announced that $3.8 million reward for El Chapo. But unfortunately, he's got a net worth of about $1 billion.
Right, like, yeah.
So, and then in messages posted on a Twitter account that they think is actually Guzman's, he vowed that if he's caught, he'll just escape again. Son of a bitch. And, you know, watching that special I watched on Guzman, it's going to be really hard to get. Like, it's another world. Like, there aren't roads that you can go and just drive to where this dude probably is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you take little planes there where, unless you fly that route all the time, you don't even know where you're landing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so off the beaten path. Like, you're almost untouchable, and it's under guard by people that are totally willing to die for this guy.
Yeah.
Would never give him up in a million years. And anybody that would give him up, that might as well be you. And what information are you possibly going to have?
Right.
How would you ever get close enough to know where that dude is? And anybody that is close enough would never sell him out for a few $1 million.
Yeah, not for a few million, but that will ultimately be his demise.
You think?
Is the rival gang will get
Well, you're right. Somebody
not the
will want him
government
done.
reward.
Yeah.
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 So-
I mean, how long did Bin Laden sit out there with a $25 million reward?
Well, the story is that the story that the government doesn't want to tell you, right, is that somebody actually did tip
Claim
them
it.
to that. Yeah.
And supposedly is living in Washington now.
Yeah.
But it took years and years and years,
Right.
you know?
Really? That's what with living in Washington now?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Huh.
I don't know how true it is, but
Yeah, wasn't it Seymour Hersh who did that essay a few months back? We talked about it.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. That giant article which the government came out and said was total bullshit.
Oh,
But it was a
Christ.
fascinating read.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. Remember when we were talking to Ian Halperin
I do.
about Bobby Brown and Whitney and Bobby Christina, and it was right around that time that the picture.
Yeah, they were trying to hawk the picture of her just
Yeah.
laid up in hospice, right? Tubes
Yeah.
and looking shitty.
And we'd heard that there was a 6-figure asking price. National Enquirer yesterday ran the photo on the cover.
Wow.
Yeah, of her. It's the last known photo of her on her deathbed in the final days of her life. The images that are on the tabloid cover touted as a world exclusive, and it's got her, as you said, lying under a blanket in a hospice in Georgia. The identity of the photographer still remains unknown. It seems like that'd be easy to figure out, but
Is she really puffy? I bet she's really puffy.
I don't know. You could probably find it there, Kadog. I saw it really quick. Other publications that are blurring it out, and I don't know if that's because it's not their property. Do they have to do that? A copyright thing? If you buy the rights to a picture, I don't know how that works technically, but I find it hard to believe that these people would all have, like all of a sudden have a conscience about this, and
Right.
well, we're not going to disgrace the family in death.
But check this out.
Yeah, but watch this guy being chucked off a bridge by ISIS. It's fucking awesome. Look at this homo. He's handcuffed and just chucked off a bridge. It's sweet.
Boy, do they hate homos.
Wow, this is so cool. Check it out in stunning high def color. And then this, it's like, well, I'm not going to show this image. This is outrageous. I mean, a little respect for the dead, please. I mean, come on. So we've decided to blur the image out.
Yeah.
It's the least we can do. Bullshit.
Yeah. Ian knew, as we all did, that this thing would be published at some point.
Yeah. The August 17th issue, which is currently on newsstand, also features chilling images in which an actress recreates the scene inside the bathroom where she's lying face down in the water. So they've recreated it and have models doing it.
Yeah.
Like her face down in the bathtub. Classy. The release of the snapshot is bound to intensify the feud between the Brown and Houston families, they say, who have been locked in a fight over another photo of Bobby Christina. This one showing her lying in her coffin during the memorial service last week.
Just shameless.
Yeah, but these are like lotto tickets.
Yeah.
To a family that they don't have the Whitney Houston money coming in anymore. It's like, so if you can just walk by this casket and just kind of sneak a photo, that's 6 figures.
Yeah, and you could be some second cousin who doesn't give a fuck anyway, right?
Yeah.
I can get to the funeral because I'm the second cousin.
Exactly. Now that
photo kind of sucks, actually.
Yeah.
It's from the foot of her bed. You really could be anybody.
Mm-hmm. And there's the picture. They of course put the picture of Whitney in her casket below it.
Ugh.
They put the wrong bra on her.
I really don't get why anyone.
That's not a good look.
It's not a good bra, right? Looks like a Madonna cone.
Definitely doesn't look like a 34C there.
No.
And 34C.
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I do.
Allegedly.
Yep. I know exactly what it feels and tastes like. I do. Do you?
Do you have a new girlfriend?
I've had a 34C in my hand every day for, I don't know, 17 years.
I've had a 34C in my hand and mouth every day for a few years now, and I'm very confident that I know exactly what it looks and feels like. It feels like there. Whatever.
I'm so confident what a 34C looks and feels like that I can determine just from looking what a 34C is not.
Oh, so you've been staring at Beth. I get it.
In a quick glance. I can determine that quickly.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Who brought Beth into this, Mike?
Well, someone was declaring that she's not. I didn't declare it.
To your point, though, you're right. That does look very conical in terms of the shape of the...
Yes, conical. I like that.
In terms of the case of the bra that we have Whitney wearing.
Who picked that out, do you think? Would family members pick that out?
Family members would provide everything, right? But it's up to the funeral director to make it look decent.
Yeah, I think he failed.
Yeah. I don't think Jerry the dead body expert would do a job like that. That's a hack job.
Yeah. It does look like a hack job. She's a beautiful woman, and I don't like the way that those titties look. The display job is not as prominent as it should be. So this picture apparently has been sold for 6 figures after a bidding war, and both sides are accusing the other of being responsible for inviting this unknown guest who snapped the picture. And this is the casket one, not the one that they've printed already. TMZ reports the photo was taken during her viewing and it sold for $100,000. It's not known which media outlet purchased the picture. And it's made worse because they say that they had intense precautionary measures taken both at the funeral and wake to make sure this would not happen and that no one would be able to see Bobby Christina just before she was laid to rest. I don't know how you do that, though. I mean, if you just walk by with your phone in your hand like this and it's just
it's not the old days, man.
Yeah, it's not like you got to pull out a fucking giant camera and, Polaroid it.
God, that's such balls if you think about it. And you know how tense a situation it is with the family and you're still willing to walk up there and just shamelessly do that. That's crazy.
And that's what, I don't know if you heard about this. I don't know if we talked about this, but after learning that someone had taken this picture of Bobby Christina as she lay dying, Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, wrote on Facebook. They were doing this, writing on Facebook posts and stuff. Please know that picture that was taken of my niece was taken when no other Brown was around her. My brothers know this, and we have already determined who we are sure it was not. And believe me, it was not a Brown. Why this needs to be thrown out to the world, I don't know. Meanwhile, Bobby Christina is not comfortable with not one Houston coming up there to see her. Yes, I said because it's the damn truth. Furthermore, Bobby Chrissy does not want Pat Houston nowhere near her. Leola has been very vocal when it comes to her feelings about Pat Houston, and she was escorted out of the funeral. During the funeral,
classy.
Yeah, Pat Houston is speaking, doing the eulogy, and she's yelling at Pat Houston during the eulogy. Can you imagine? What a nightmare.
I know. What money does to people,
Tyler Perry had to escort her out of the funeral. Tyler Perry did. She was yelling, "Whitney's rolling over her grave."
Not with those conical boobies sitting there. She's not rolling anywhere. She's rolling at best to the side.
To the side.
Falling right back.
Like a kickstand.
Yeah.
You are so wrong for this, Pat. And apparently what Pat did, and I don't blame Leola Brown for being pissed. They did one of those, a lot of people do that in lieu of flowers. Make a donation to blah, blah, blah. So she was like, Pat Houston sent out a thing to everybody that said, in lieu of flowers, make a donation to basically the Pat Houston Fund for charity. Like, you fucking asshole. So instead of people donating flowers and stuff to Bobby Christina,
all went to Pat.
It all went to Pat's charity. Assholes. What assholes. Anyway, why don't we take a quick timeout
already?
And then maybe we'll talk about the Batboy.
Sad story.
Terribly sad story.
Oh, geez.
What, E?
I feel like I'm going to laugh. I feel like you guys are...
Why would you dare? It's a nightmare of a story.
It's a young boy hit by a bat and killed.
I know, but how you guys are leading up to it, I just feel like I'm going to laugh.
Anyway.
We'll be right back.
We'll do that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey there, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zott Ford in Holly. Summer's in full swing, and so are the incredible deals at Zott Ford. Right now, you can lease the amazingly fuel-efficient 2015 Ford Focus at only $148 a month for 24 short months. Or if you're looking for something a little larger and with a touch more luxury, come lease the 2016 Ford Fusion for just $158 for only 24 months. Friends, if you've been shopping around, you already know these are incredible deals. And much like our Michigan summers, they won't last for long. So hurry into Zott Ford at I-75 and exit 98 to take advantage of a Focus for just $148 or a Fusion for $158 right now. And if you mention the Proops sent you, we'll throw in an autographed TDC shirt and hat. Check out our zany deals and our massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
Yeah, of the grape stomping lady.
I love when people fall. So
Yeah.
this is right up my alley.
Yeah, people wiping out is really funny. I knew you'd appreciate it. K-Dog actually pulled it up. You want to play it, K-Dog?
I can watch
People
it
will
again.
remember her
One of
reaction.
the things that's done is right here. These buckets are
Typical
filled with grapes.
local
What
news
kind of
segment.
These are filled with
They're on a
Chamberlain
platform and they've got buckets of grapes.
It's like a keg bucket. you
Yeah.
know?
Let's stop some grapes to make wine. We're having a contest this weekend. Come on down.
When on local news like this, when they have to describe what's happening, it's so retarded, and I just would think it would be mind-numbing to have to do it.
It would. The
Like,
best is her wiping out, which is coming up
Right.
here, and then the greatest of all time is the reaction from the anchors who have to do that fake like concern bit
When you know they're just
instead
really
of doing what normal people would do, which is laugh their balls
Yeah.
off.
As soon as that camera goes off, they go to break. They're just like, fucking
All right, here we go.
idiot.
Here we go.
Okay.
Camera pans out.
And your tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day.
We're both stopping.
God damn!
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
No. Oh,
I
dear.
think she's actually hurt.
No, I think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh,
She's okay.
Can we do the reaction one more time? Just like,
Make sure she is.
oh, I
Let's
think
make
she's.
sure.
Gosh, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna make sure she
We'll
is.
try and
That's
check
the
on
thing.
her and get back
All
to you
right.
as soon
We'll
as we
try
can.
and
We'll be back
check
right
on her. You're a
The guy with his feathered hair just looking so put together.
Boy, that looked painful. Boy, I really hope she's okay. Let's
In the meantime, she's going.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
She turned into a
Can't
cartoon
breath.
character or something.
She did the thing you've always bitched about, the owie, owie, owie. Like anyone says owie when
Yeah.
they get hurt.
I'm confused. Why was she saying I can't breathe? Did she mean I can't breath? Or
I think she did.
okay,
Um,
maybe it's just because in duress. I guess the
Mhm.
wrong thing.
That is one of the best videos ever. But you're right. The wiping out video is the greatest
It's
video
just-
ever.
Seeing bodies out of control.
Yeah.
Then the reactions, great
Well,
stuff.
the news is the best. The reaction's always going to be good, no matter in any situation. But news is the best, obviously, because they have to pretend that that whole
Deeply concerned.
my we better
We are going to check on her. Ooh, ouchie.
well.
Yeah.
Hey, look, listen, Zott Ford and Holly, the official auto dealership of the Detroit Cast, is also Metro Detroit's leading lease pull-ahead authority. They specialize in getting people out of their current leases up to 12 months early. Doesn't matter what brand your lease is or how many miles you have on it, Zott Ford can assist you in getting out of your lease early and into a beautiful new Ford. Now's the time to get out of that overpriced, over-mileage lease, and their goal is to match or lower your current payment. Check out their marvelous deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
Did you see our boy Don Sterling?
I saw that back in the news.
Yeah. It's too
Lawrence.
bad because Don is going to expire sooner than later, and we're going to lose this treasure of a man.
Yeah.
He filed for divorce today in LA
for
County
him.
Court.
Irreconciled differences, he cited.
Yeah.
Irreconcilable differences, Lawrence. Since bitch wasn't on the list of things to check for problems in the relationship, I guess we'll just go with irreconcilable differences. Get it done, Lawrence.
Check the box.
What are my options, Lawrence?
So yeah, he's after 60 years of marriage.
What?
60 years. Their anniversary,
Holy
60th
hell.
anniversary is
Holy
coming up.
shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I did not know that. I thought
Now he's on the market again. He can hit all the clubs and the single bars.
Or Lawrence.
Or Lawrence, right?
The court filings allege that
Shelley Sterling has refused to distribute her husband's share of the record $2 billion sale of the Clippers. I want my money and I want it now.
so that's his lawyer Bobby Samini said that
Donald hereby demands an accounting and distribution of proceeds from the sale post haste, Lawrence.
Seems odd that Lawrence keeps coming up in actual documents like this.
well, Lawrence is the one that has access to
Right.
him. You know, he's I'm assuming that the Donald didn't show up in court. He just sent Bobby Samini,
Yeah.
his lawyer.
Bobby, you will go in my stead.
Slay the bastards.
Go to court and slay the bastards. You will be presenting me. You will go in my stead and slay the bastards. Draw your swords and slay the bastards.
I think we're right on this. So I think Lawrence is such a linchpin in this whole thing.
Oh yeah, it's in his ear.
Unreported, only by the Detroit cast, identified as a major character in this whole thing.
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't be any gayer. Well, at least as far as we're concerned. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but so the reason he hasn't gotten his money, by the way, is that it's tied up. The NBA's got that money held in escrow because he's been fighting. Donald's been fighting them,
right?
And because those doctors declared him not all there,
yeah.
And so
it's a bit of a pickle he finds himself in.
He's currently suing the NBA,
Shelley Sterling, and those doctors. I'll get you for this, you doctor.
Remember that whole shit?
Yeah.
He's suing both those doctors who found that he was mentally incapacitated.
You're mentally incapacitated.
I believe he actually said that to one of the doctors.
Yeah, he did.
You're mentally incapacitated.
Since he has not signed off on the sale of the Clippers to Ballmer, even though the team was sold by the Sterling Family Trust, which he didn't have control of anymore because of the ruling by the doctors. His half of the $2 billion is currently being held in escrow by the NBA, and I want it. I want it now.
It's a vicious circle he finds himself in.
Yeah, it's kind of a pickle. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. God, I love that son of a bitch. Well, I wonder what happened to Shield Visor Face.
Oh,
into obscurity. Probably hosting some club bit still, getting $5,000 to go to some stupid club.
Why can't I think of her name all of a sudden? It starts with a V.
Yes.
Viviano?
Viviano.
Stiviano, wasn't it?
Stiviano.
Yes.
V Stiviano.
There's the V.
There it is.
I think Shelley sued her, though, to get all that shit back.
And I think she won.
Yeah.
I think she had to cough up like the Ferrari, Bentley,
God.
and the $2 million
how
condo.
Shitty would that for her? Like that's all she had at that point. It was all this shit she got.
Kind of awesome though, if you think about it. She's the reason that Don had to sell the team and all that and got in there, and then for Shelley to be able to get all that shit back is great.
That must have just been like for her, just like that's it now. Like now she's really fucking just another person. I
mean, think about it. Don was taking that moron into like board meetings.
I know.
She was in board meetings with the Clippers, and people had to like.
That's when he should have
this
been.
is the idiot that fucking asshole is banging. So, yeah, let's hear what you have to say, V. Interesting. Yeah, we could try to do that.
That's when people should have been questioning his mental capacity. You got him fucking just trolling in V Stiviano into business meetings.
What a nightmare.
God.
Ugh.
All for a piece of ass.
We'll definitely keep tabs on our boy Don. Now we were talking before the break about the young boy tragic story, and it is honestly it is. This is more of a nervous laugh than anything because this is a terrible story. The Kansas kid, little boy that was hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Damn.
During this minor league game.
So a guy in an on deck circle, right?
Yeah. Yep, and the little bat boy, 9-year-old kid,
little overzealous kid, probably going to pick up a bat. And
Kaiser Carlisle, Kaiser. Have you heard the name Kaiser? Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Wilhelm.
Kaiser Soze is what I think of.
True.
Have you seen that movie?
Kaiser.
What is it? What's the film?
Kaiser Soze.
Is that the name of the film?
Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
No. You son of a bitch! Add it to the list.
What?
Add it to the list.
What? Sorry.
What?
When was
Are we gonna have to do like a top 10 list for this son of a bitch?
50?
Maybe.
How can you not have seen Usual Suspects?
Dude. Oh, I have it. You want to borrow it?
I got like 5. I guess I'm supposed to borrow.
He won't give it back, just so you know.
That's true.
That's not necessarily true. I know I still have your thing from a year ago, but that's only because I haven't watched it. Yeah, I've never seen this.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Awesome.
95. I was 11. I guess I probably should have seen it.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie. And then you'll know what Kaiser Soze means. So anyway, this kid, Kaiser Carlisle, his sister threw out the ceremonial first pitch at a game over the weekend for the Liberal BJs. Does that seem...
Oh, dude.
The what?
No, it's not.
Dude, the team's name is the Liberal BJs.
Come on.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
How? And the thing is,
getting liberal with BJs. I mean,
Right.
just-
Why are either one of those terms in the mix for part of a baseball team name? BJ's ridiculous. I mean, of course, everybody's going to think BJ.
Yeah.
But liberal, anything? What?
Yeah.
What kind of name is that? Is that the place? Is it the town? Liberal?
mean,
Like Liberal
describing
Tennessee
it-
or something?
I don't know, but they were playing the Seattle Studs over the weekend.
So the BJs were playing the Studs?
Yes.
Is that Hottie?
Or the Studs were playing the BJs?
The liberal BJs.
The liberal BJs.
Well,
blowjobs are hot.
The parents watched from the stands. Imagine that.
Oh
Your
my
kid got
God.
Dude,
killed.
this is a personal nightmare of mine. Honestly, the kid getting hit in the head.
Yeah.
Like I have boys who have been swinging bats and golf clubs and shit out on the lawn for years, and then to have little sweet pie, and it's like, oh,
it happened in my family.
Yeah, didn't your brother nail your sister?
Oh, dude, well, yeah,
with a bat.
Yeah.
Well,
no liberal
Sorry,
BJs
G.
being given out. G, we were in the backyard in a house in Livonia, and G was swinging a bat. And my sister's 4 years younger than me, 4.5 years younger, and she's probably Sweet Pie's age at the time, maybe a year younger, 6 years old, 5 years old. And you know, with boys, because we're the same scenario as your family, 2 boys and a younger sister.
Yeah.
And we were constantly wrestling, fighting, swinging bats, playing sports, and it was one of those, the whole family's in the backyard, mom's gardening, and G is swinging this bat as a kid will, and just the sound it makes when a metal bat connects with a cranium, dude, and it's just immediate panic that sets in.
So that
Just like,
explains Kristen.
bing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
understand.
But you could kill her. This kid
Yes.
was wearing a helmet.
Right.
Now, he's a professional baseball player that took that swing, and who knows if the bat had one of those weights on the end of
Yeah.
it, like they often do in the on-deck circle.
Dude. I never thought of it from the batter's perspective, how awful
Oh.
that guy must feel.
Dude, they haven't named him.
Yeah.
They won't even name who the player is. But
It's got to be distraught. That would be so awful.
dude, think about it. That face, this little kid in your dugout
Yeah.
every day for the summer.
You killed him.
And yeah, with one swing of the bat, he's in critical for 2 days and then dies. So yeah, it's a terrible story. They had a banner waving there with his initials on it. The players have been all broken up. I wonder if they'll end up naming this kid, or that the kid that hit the
It'll
this
come
little
out,
kid.
but I'm sure it's
Right. I mean, people were
not-
there, so
Yeah.
The BJs lost the game 4-2. But they
That's what I was wondering. First
yeah,
and
I
foremost.
knew you were.
Well,
they're playing in their World Series. I mean, or the run up to the World Series. Seeing the family there for these games is such a strong show of support. New photos have been released showing the scenes after he was fatally struck in the head during the game. Liberal BJ's outfielder Gavin Webby can be seen clutching the little boy, like holding him as soon as it happened. So he was close enough. He could be. I'm not saying he's for sure the guy.
Are you
but
fingering Webby?
I'm fingering Webby as the BJ that maybe did that. Or at least he was in the vicinity. So
Yeah.
we're getting closer to identifying the player. He can be seen clutching this little boy surrounded by upset players and the umpire. He's clearly unresponsive with a little bit of blood on his hair. In another new image, the EMT crew, which was already at the baseball stadium, treated a woman who was having some dizzy spells, can be seen tending to this kid. The ump, I guess, was a
EMT.
yeah, of some sort. So he was right there too. He was running to retrieve a bat in the on deck circle where this guy's warming up, and then boom,
Just doing his job.
he took
Doing what he loved.
yeah, he took the full force of the bat to his head. The player was swinging that hit him in the helmet and knocked him down.
Wow. Do you remember like Big League Chew back in the day? They'd have
Totally.
like those, register to win the grand prize of being a bat boy in the World
Mhm.
Series. You ever send those in?
No,
Dude.
did you?
Yeah, I sent a couple
God.
of those in.
Did you-
I wanted that so bad.
That
I
would
want
make it awesome.
you know what I never did and I meant to is to send in the whatever number proofs of purchase for the Juji fruit shirt. That was very tempting.
the Juji fruit.
The Juji fruit. If you ever
Yeah.
come across one of those in one of those thrift shops,
Okay,
pick me up one.
I will let
Yeah.
you know.
That is cool. I remember
all that
those.
shit you could send away for.
Yeah, this idea of sending,
Star Wars figures. I got a couple of the bounty hunters that before they were released in stores, you could send away proofs of purchase for those. I got Boba Fett and Bosk.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that
there's the Juji fruit shirt.
I'd have a
man.
hard time giving that up to you, Jay.
I'm a big fan of the Juji fruit. I got to be honest.
Jay called it. You got to give it to him now.
Well, he's got to find it.
No, you've got to find it.
You've
and
got
give
to
it to
find
me.
it.
I'm gonna pull a
I'm
Russ
not
on you.
Dude, I'm not going to thrift shops searching for this
Yeah.
shit. You are.
Yeah, Macklemore, get to the thrift shop and get your shirt. And Jay fucking called shotgun on that shirt. We all heard it, right? Everybody heard that in
I'm
here.
gonna walk in here one day with that shirt on and just, hey guys, look what I got.
That will piss me off. You want to piss me off? You walk in here with a Juji fruit shirt.
An ambulance arrived to take this kid to the hospital where he underwent emergency treatment. The BJs, meanwhile, continued the game. They didn't even stop the game for this dying kid.
Wow.
Seems a little odd, but they rallied in 13 innings to defeat the San Diego Waves 13-5. So they went on quite a run.
They did. They won it for the Kaiser.
Yeah. So the BJs took the field again against Hayesville, defeating them 8-0. I know you were
BJs
worried.
are on a roll.
Yeah, they're totally on a roll after killing this kid.
BJs are kicking ass.
The team found out that night that he died. His parents met with the team's players after the son died and urged them to keep playing in the series.
You want to stop the BJs.
No, nobody wants to stop the BJs. Are you kidding me?
Keep searching for the joke there. You're going to come up with one. Keep playing with it.
I'm just gonna keep
You'll get
saying
it.
BJ.
You'll get it. You get something that double entendre that really works if you keep trying.
Hey, first you don't succeed, try again, Jay. I heard about that one time.
The Kansas City Royals announced they're jumping on the bandwagon. I guess this is this one of the teams?
The Kansas City Royals are
in
pro
their farm
BJ
system.
Yeah, the Kansas City Royals are pro BJ. I think it is a farm system, something to do with
way
them.
down the line somewhere. Yeah.
Well, actually, maybe not. This happened in Kansas, so maybe it's just relatively
local
close.
thing,
yeah. So they announced on their Twitter page that they're sad. So at least they came out
That's
against.
good to know. I thought maybe they were
taking
happy
a
about
bat to children's heads. So
that's like
that's
solid
good to know.
stance. Good for them. Wow.
They're going to honor him before a future game. So that's good to know that they're against bats to the heads of children. So that was.
Have the Tigers said anything? Maybe they're pro. I mean, I haven't heard
I'm waiting
anything.
for it. I mean, ever since Dombrowski got shit canned, it's fallen
Right.
apart. I mean, I would expect them to have some sort of statement on where they stand on children being pounded in the head with bats.
I mean, they
Or
haven't said
murdered
it-
on their fields.
They
but
haven't said they don't like it.
Yeah.
Or they're in fate. Or,
I mean, at least it'd be nice to know that some thoughts and prayers were out for the family. I mean, that seems like a bare minimum type things. I mean, and for the record, the Detroit cast wants to send their thoughts and prayers and all that shit out to the family at this difficult time. To all the BJs and the Kaiser Sose family, for sure.
Correct.
Right.
Damn
No,
it, dude.
it's a terrible story.
It is.
It is terrible.
Which is just bad.
guys, be professionals. Let's move on.
That's not fair to do that because I've got a camera looking right at me, and you're able to just kind of like.
Let's cut this with a Jelski.
Oh, Jelski loves coming out of child murder stories.
Okay.
She I think pretty sure she told me like
yeah. She wants
anytime
any segue out of a child murder story or a Proops fucked in the ass story.
Yes, and we've got
That
one
was
of
the
those coming
request.
up. We'll dedicate that to her as well.
Okay.
So
kind of donut around these two stories.
Krista Jelski, maybe your Proops needs a bigger yard. Maybe
look at that proof.
maybe your family's expecting their very own sweet pie. If you're looking for a new home, Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban is the realtor you need to help you find the home of your dreams. Check out her website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
I mentioned Cecil. earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Well, we've got a little bit of an update on Cecil, of course, the lion that was murdered by the brutal American hunter dentist Walter Palmer. I had no idea there was so much money in dentistry.
Well, everybody
dude,
has teeth, Mike.
He's got $3 million homes.
Wow.
Around.
Quite a practice. I guess
Yeah.
if you expand and you employ enough dentists under you,
Yeah.
start raking it in.
I guess. Well, he's hired private investigators to protect his safari-themed homes. I guess all of his homes have gaudy.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah,
Like
I saw some.
wildebeest and shit.
Yeah, tons of like heads and shit all over his place. There was like a like a cherry picker or a what are those called? Some big equipment, and it's painted like a giraffe, like the crane part of it.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like the neck of a giraffe on the lawn. So he's really into murdering animals. Like that's his thing. Like, yeah, he can clean your teeth and all that shit, but he really wants to shoot a fucking animal. The bigger, the better. That's what this guy's thing is. So he's hired all these private investigators to keep these animal rights nuts off his property. He's spending thousands of dollars a day on armed security. He's installed these covert cameras, hidden cameras all over his properties. He's been slammed with death threats and all kinds of abuse. He and his wife, Tanette, went into hiding last week. They still remain out of sight. Private detective agencies have been tasked with guarding their 3 properties, which are all crammed with these heads of animals and mementos to his numerous hunts. The main residence in Minnesota has been closely monitored by police and has so far escaped any damage. Yeah, that's his Florida vacation home.
Lion killer.
God,
people.
Look at all these people. Yeah, like all these people still eat meat. Like, you know what I mean? Are these all vegans, complete vegans that wrote this?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's very
those extremists.
possibly, but I'd like to see it though. I'd like to see who wrote it. You know,
here's the problem with this, man. We don't really know his level of blame. As we said, these rich guys, rich guy hunts are you pay for guides, you pay for the whole thing to kind of happen. He's connected with this outfit over in Africa.
Yeah,
heads over there. And maybe he was in the know that, hey, we're gonna take this thing right off this conservation area and we're gonna whack it and give you something to take home. You know, mount on your maybe so. Yeah. But very I wouldn't say very likely, but equally plausible is that he didn't know that was the deal.
Yeah,
and he thought it was some sort of quote unquote wild type hunt and had no idea that the thing had GPS on it at the time and this and that.
No, you're totally right. And so this group of guys that that he's employed now to watch his properties include a former chief of police and U.S. State Department advisor, Walter Zalisco. He's been hired to do round the clock surveillance at these properties with armed guards. I certainly hope we don't see any repeat of what happened, but if we do, the people will be caught on camera because we've installed closed circuit TV on the property. A lot of those cameras are hidden. We're able to document all license plates coming on this street. We're going to have armed private investigators on the premises, and these people risk being arrested and locked up for trespassing. Could be a mixture of kids and then some wacky animal rights activists. Personally, I can't really understand why they're doing this. There are millions of abortions around the world. Nobody is doing this for the abortions, yet they will for an animal. People hunt every day in Africa. It's nuts. It's just unfortunate. This was a popular lion. And then he goes on to say, I wasn't hired directly by the family. I've never even spoken to Dr. Palmer. I was hired by another PI who was hired by Palmer. He's got security that's similarly tight at his hunting lodge in northern Minnesota, where neighbors say he has a ton of animal heads, moose, bear, walrus, and a lion there as well. And journalists have been shooed away like crazy. As soon as they come up, they're met with tinted out black SUVs and direct out. So how much money does this guy have?
Seriously, wow.
How expensive that would be?
It's a lot of bicuspids.
And then it's funny.
What? I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna say
you don't know what a bicuspid is?
No.
Oh my god!
Just
are you being serious?
Yes. What is it?
It's dental work.
Okay.
It's a fucking tooth, dude.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He loves putting me on the spot like I'm a retard too.
Because I think a lot of times you don't know. Jay says,
and every time you've called me out, I've known.
That is not true. You have had several times.
Son of a bitch. Name it.
I can't
name a time. Go ahead.
I don't care. It happened. It
Go
happened.
ahead, smartass.
I can't think of one right now, but it's no. It absolutely happened.
Think so.
It is.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna go through episode after episode. I'm gonna make it my life's work to find those times.
The incisor, a fine tooth as well.
Well, I'm partial to the central incisor.
Oh, interesting that another word for the bicuspid is the second premolar.
Yep.
Look at what a random tooth the bicuspid is, right? It's just right there in the kind of the center, center of the side, just hanging out. The bicuspid.
Is this my bicuspid?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, you've got bicuspid first. Let's see, first premolar.
My lateral incisor hurts.
It's next to your canine.
Numbers.
It's next to your canine.
Yeah.
Why don't they just have numbers? Why do they even need?
They actually do just refer to
know.
them as numbers.
I know. Well, why even have names at all?
Yeah, canines are weird. My lateral incisor and central incisor sometimes bother me.
I got some pain presently in my second molar.
He actually does.
That's concerning me.
Is it?
Yeah.
We were actually talking about that.
I've been loading up on the Motrin every day. I'm hoping it just goes away.
Oh, that's a great way to handle
that
it.
usually
That's what I do
handles
too.
with teeth, right? Or that usually happens with teeth.
Yeah.
That's what happens with any health issue. That's the best way to handle them. Just shove that down, forget about it, and they get better.
I have such dog shit insurance right now. I really don't want to go to the dentist.
Yeah, I don't blame
really
you.
don't.
Sticking with this this lion, it's funny. Someone I can't remember who, but someone sent us a story about this guy in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, who wrote an article about this, who's from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And he says, he says, my mind was absorbed by the biochemistry of gene editing when the text messages and Facebook posts distracted me. So sorry about Cecil. And he's like, did Cecil live near your place in Zimbabwe? So people are asking him, like, if he knew Cecil.
Yeah. He's like, huh?
And he's like, Cecil who? When I turned on the news and discovered the messages were about a lion killed by an American dentist, the village boy inside me instinctively cheered. One lion fewer to menace families like mine.
Nice.
My excitement was doused when I realized that the lion killer was being painted as the villain. I faced the starkest cultural contradiction I'd experienced during my 5 years studying in the United States. Did all those Americans signing petitions understand that lions actually kill people? They all talk about Cecil being beloved or a local favorite. It was all media hype. Did Jimmy Kimmel choke up because Cecil was murdered or because he confused him with Simba from The Lion King?
Dude, that's my thing. This whole thing right off the bat. Oh, this beloved lion, Cecil. And we sort of just glossed over, like, oh, that's beloved lion, Cecil. Yeah, Cecil, Cecil. Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck is Cecil?
Yeah. Cecil doesn't know his name is Cecil. In my village in Zimbabwe, surrounded by wildlife conservation areas, no lion has ever been beloved or granted an affectionate nickname. They are objects of terror. When I was 9 years old, a solitary lion prowled villages near my home. After it killed a few chickens, some goats, and finally a cow, we were warned to walk to school in groups and stop playing outside. My sisters no longer went alone to the river to collect water or wash dishes. My mother waited for my father and older brothers armed with machetes, axes, and spears to escort her into the brush to collect firewood.
Jeez. Dude, God bless America. God bless the time and place that we live in. Seriously, that's your existence?
Yes.
A friggin' lion could kill your ass?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're washing dishes at the riverbed.
My God.
No one socialized by fires at night. No one dared stroll over to a neighbor's homestead. When the lion was finally killed, no one cared whether its murderer was a local person or a white trophy hunter, whether it was poached or killed legally. We danced and sang about the vanquishing of this fearsome beast and our escape from serious harm.
See, Jesus
It's
Christ.
like rattlesnakes or something, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, get rid of them. Kill them.
Recently, a 14-year-old boy in a village not far from mine wasn't so lucky, sleeping in his family's fields as villagers do to protect crops from hippos, buffalo, and elephants that trample them. He was mauled by a lion and killed. The killing of Cecil hasn't garnered much more sympathy from urban Zimbabweans, although they live with no such danger. Few have ever seen a lion. Since game drives are a luxury residents of a country with an average monthly income below $150 can afford. Don't misunderstand me. For Zimbabweans, wild animals have near mythical significance. We belong to clans, and each clan claims an animal totem as its mythological ancestor. Mine, Nazo, elephant. And by tradition, I can't eat elephant meat. It would be akin to eating a relative's flesh. But our respect for these animals has never kept us from hunting them or allowing them to be hunted.
What do you eat? You take elephant off the table? It's like,
yeah, wow.
You're so limited.
Yeah,
that's really,
might as well be a vegan at that point. I'm familiar with dangerous animals. So he says it never stopped us from hunting them or having other people hunt them just because we like worship.
It's just kind of like he won't eat them.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's part of my thing. He says, but I'm familiar with dangerous animals. I lost my right leg to a snake bite when I was 11. Son of a bitch. The American tendency is to romanticize animals that have been given actual names, and to jump onto a hashtag train has turned an ordinary situation. There were 800 lions killed, legally killed over a decade by well-heeled foreigners who shelled out serious money to prove their prowess into what seems, my Zimbabwe eyes, an absurdist circus. PETA is calling for the hunter to be hanged. Zimbabwean politicians are accusing the United States of staging Cecil's kill as a ploy to make our country look bad. And Americans who can't find Zimbabwe on a map are applauding the nation's demand for the extradition of the dentist, unaware that a baby elephant was slaughtered for our president's most recent birthday banquet.
Oh, shit.
God, we're so dumb sometimes with this.
Sometimes.
How ridiculous.
This is just another disgusting example of our stupid media.
And people on their Facebook and their Twitter and, hashtag save Cecil or whatever the hashtag is. I'm not sure.
As if people in third world countries give a shit about any of this stuff. We Zimbabweans are left wondering why Americans care more about African animals than African people. Don't tell us what to do with our animals when you allowed your own mountain lions to be hunted to near extinction in the eastern United States. Don't bemoan the clear cutting of our forests when you turn yours into concrete jungles. And please don't offer me condolences about Cecil unless you're willing to also give me condolences for villagers killed or left hungry by his brethren, by political violence or by hunger. Goodwell Nzou is a doctoral student in molecular and cellular biosciences at Wake Forest University.
Where did he publish this? What did you say? I didn't remember if you said it was in the paper.
Someone sent it to me. I don't know.
That's pretty awesome.
That needs to get out there.
Goodwell.
How come that can't go viral? You know what I mean? These idiots chasing this guy down, making his life writing a lion killer and wanting to attack his house.
Yeah.
And then you read that, my God.
Such skewed perspective. We say it all the time, where these people are so focused on that. And like he says, you don't have sympathy for our people. Or the problems
it's just
we
someone
really
wanting
have.
to be on Twitter and sounding hipsterish or jumping
progressive.
Right.
Always want to sound progressive.
Yeah. Well, it's the easy thing to argue.
Yeah. Who could disagree with this?
Yeah. Who wants to see the murder? Yeah. His Cecil. It's Cecil. Like you can go up at a petting zoo and pet Cecil. Cecil would eat your ass in an instant. Now there is something that just feels off about this idea of, luring this lion out of its wherever it is.
Yeah. Just for your grotesque pleasure of putting that head on your wall. For sure.
I totally get that. And I'm not interested in doing it personally, but the idea that there are people that actually want that guy hanged for real. Like, kill him for that. And it seems like, oh God, get over yourselves. Stop it.
Hey, we got to mention the Amazon link. You will find it on DetroitCast.com. Please use it. Hit the link. It takes you to Amazon. You can shop. You know what? You deserve it.
Yeah.
Shop the hell out of
You've
that
earned
thing.
it. Yeah, remember that those shoes you've been wanting or those shirts?
Good pointy.
Right? Anything you've been wanting? Just get it, man.
Those shirts, shoes.
Get them both.
Right.
Get them all.
And
Anything
don't
else?
be a fucking asshole and just go to Amazon.com. It's literally the same, same amount of letters almost.
That's the key.
DetroitCast.com.
That's the key. You got to enter through our portal so that we get credit. Amazon knows magically that you entered through DetroitCast and they give us a little kickback.
Yeah.
So great way to donate to us. Don't be a dick. Donate to us.
Yeah.
You don't even have to give money. You're already going to buy the shit.
You're
just do it
basically
through here.
being an asshole if you just go to Amazon.com without going through our portal.
I
Honestly, you're
find
just
out.
kind of being a dick.
If someone were to message me and tell me that they like the show and they bought something on Amazon and they didn't go
What
to
would
the
you do
portal,
to them?
I would just, I don't know. I don't even know yet, Jay, but it'd be bad. I might write a deep, real bad.
I thought the deal was today you're not going to say anything without a point.
I thought that had a solid point. I like that point.
We talked about that.
I know. I stand by that.
Today your stated goal was everything I say into this microphone is going to have an end game, a point
That
to
had
it.
a point. It said if you don't do that,
I'm not
I'll
sure
be
you
mad.
thought that through. You started the whole Facebook message thing. If this guy tells me, but you really didn't think about what you do.
Man.
There was no consequence.
It'll be something bad. It's like when a parent say, like, I haven't thought about it yet, but it'll be bad. That's what I'm going for.
The goal should be when you're bouncing on the diving board, like know what your move is going to be. You don't want a belly flop.
Is it going to be a triple Lindy? What's it going to be?
Yeah. I mean, even if it's just a straight like dive, at least hit the water like you
All right,
want.
I'm going to come punch you in the face.
Oh,
wow. See, again, that was a belly flop, but I don't know.
You said I just had to jump. That's something.
Okay. Well, we'll work on this, ladies and gentlemen.
It's being worked on. Netflix. Do you hear what Netflix?
This better not be
announced
affecting me, by the way.
What?
As I recently obtained Netflix.
No, this will never affect you.
No, this won't affect you in
need
any
to
way
engage in
whatsoever.
sexual congress.
Oh.
And or get married.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to happen.
Netflix has announced that they're giving employees unlimited maternity and paternity leave during the first year after their child's birth or adoption.
Awesome. That's generous.
Yeah, I know. I looked at that too. What if you adopt like a 6-year-old? Does that
just get
still
a year
count?
off?
Get it, man.
Paid year off.
Man, I gotta
incentive to get a kid, right?
Time to have sex.
Yeah.
For sure.
Go buy a couple kids.
Yeah. What if you did that like every year for the next 20 years?
Just collect a paycheck from Netflix.
Yeah, just retire on
probably
Netflix.
have to work
Great
1
point,
year.
dude.
Seriously,
My year's about to run up. Grab another one.
Yeah, get another one.
Wife, time to have sex again.
Then you could start a show like The Duggars.
Totally.
Wow.
And be just on the take from Netflix. And if you could marry someone in-house from Netflix as well,
They're getting
then
paid.
you're
doubling up on salary, never have to work again. I hear Netflix pays well too. I wonder if you get raises if you do that.
Probably not.
Do your yearly raises and bonuses come up, and
Christmas
do
bonus.
those still apply?
Have to read the policy.
Their chief talent officer, Tawny Kranz, wrote, parents can return part-time, full-time, or return and then go back out as needed. We'll just keep paying them normally, eliminating the headache of switch to state or disability pay. Employees will work out schedules and coverages for their absences with their managers. Google offers 18 weeks of paid maternity leave. Parents can also take up to 12 weeks of paid baby bonding time during the child's first year. Dude, let's be honest. If someone offered you that at the firm, would you be able to take off go to work for a month? Because what they do is they're like, well, you can come back and work for a month, and if you just feel like, yeah, I could use a couple more months, you just take a couple more months.
That was the thing. Didn't they say in there like you have to make it okay with your manager or talk to your? They're not going to want them to do it, right? It's going to be offered, but
no, they're saying you work out the schedule with your.
That's my point. The manager isn't going to.
No, that'd be really bad press if they throw this out there as being offered, and then in reality they're not offering it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just saying, look, you got to work things out. We make sure people have you covered and all that. But dude, I think I took like a day and a half off for each of my kids' births.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah. I remember I don't remember, but my mom has told me when I was born, my dad had a flight test that day and was up till 6 a.m. dealing with me being born, and then went right from the hospital to this flight test for the Navy.
Yes.
And it was the only day he got a negative check mark on anything he did. He was up all night.
Yeah.
And did some minuscule thing in the air that was off, and they marked him for it. And the guy had no idea that he was up all night dealing with his kid being born. And they were like, dude, why didn't you just reschedule this? What the fuck? And he's like, I don't know. I made it here and figured I'd take my test, sir. Officer Walters reporting. Lieutenant Walters here to take my test.
Oh, look at that. You were giving him hell from the beginning. Huh,
Yeah,
Mike?
right out of the gate.
Jesus.
Literally right from the beginning.
Yeah, you were.
But yeah, I think that's common for guys, where it's like, no, this is what I do. I go to work and let her deal with that. I just can't imagine that guys like, dude, think about that at a workplace. A year off.
I could never.
There's like, who's gonna?
You'd be forgotten about.
Dude,
be like, holy shit, you're back. That's right. Yeah, I remember you, man.
They probably wouldn't, because those people that
Those
you
people
worked with
moved
are
on.
gone.
The turnover.
Turnover's big. They're just. It's like, you're meeting new people, but you've worked there before. It's just a weird thing. So yeah, I don't know how that'll work out for them, but I get the impression they want to encourage men to take that time off too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is really the only way it works, is if men take that time off too.
What? Like what guy would even want to? I get that you're
me.
Well, no, but
like take a.
What do you mean?
year
What
off.
guy would want to?
No guy would.
I don't think I see. But I mean, the idea under that concept, I just don't see most guys.
I disagree with you. I think if you knew you were being paid, a shitload of guys would want to do
I guess,
that.
yeah.
Kadog?
I guess
Kadog's in.
Yeah, I'm in.
I guess, and if you
he's
knew
gonna have a kid
that-
just for it. He's gonna go get a job at Netflix and have like.
What
8
if you
kids
like
just for
your
this.
job though?
Well, like it in a year.
Yeah.
Go raise your kid.
Yeah, I guess if you knew you were going to come back and
Kid's
you knew
not
there'd be no negative
remember that.
consequences.
Kid's not even gonna have any concept that you were there for the first year.
It's going to be the dad just being a laugh.
And then basically you're a deadbeat, abandoning your kid after year one.
Mm.
Like, he gets to know you. He's kind of digging you. You're doing the goo goo gaga type shit. And then all of a sudden, dad's gone. He doesn't
Gets
exist
used to
anymore.
your nipples.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're rocking him to sleep every night. You're the one just shaking the shit out of him every time he cries too long. And then all of a sudden, poof, you're gone.
Gone.
Back to Netflix.
And let's not forget you can line up something under the table while you're off on Netflix.
Oh,
And
good
double
dog.
dip.
Thinking.
I like that. Yeah.
Thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
Thinking
Well,
under
that-
the table.
well,
Go do some construction work on the side for
Mhm.
the year, double up on the salary.
Well, don't you think when like what 3-4 months come, you once you get closer to that year, you just impregnate your wife again, right? That's the deal.
That's kind of what Mike's point
Yeah.
was about 10 minutes ago.
Ooh.
Just keep the thing rolling.
Yeah.
So you agree with that, for the record?
For the record.
Okay, good.
Let it be known.
Okay, so
But
your
it-
point in stating that was you agree with Mike.
Yes, that was
Okay,
the point.
good.
Now, before we get to email, one more story I promised Jelski I would do for her. Yeah.
What is it with her and
Some
these-
troops being banged.
Well, we got a ex-carnival worker. Anytime a story starts with ex-carnival worker,
yeah,
it ain't going to a good
He
place.
got fired from the carnival. I mean, what does it take?
Ex-carnival worker donates kidney, saves children's life.
No.
No.
What does it take to get
Ex-carnival
fired as a
worker
carny?
rescues troops from burning building.
No.
No? Oh, that's what I thought it was going to come with next. Ex-carnival worker Russell Myers was arrested after he accidentally called his friend. So he butt dialed his friend while he was banging his German Shepherd.
Oh, jeez.
His own German Shepherd, not his buddy's German Shepherd.
Missionary?
There's my man. I don't know. They didn't get into
He
details.
looks like a carny.
He looks like a carny who'd bang his dog. Got to be honest.
Have you figured out what's going on with the hair there?
I couldn't tell if those were eyebrows, even though I know they're in the head.
Shut up, dude.
I'll tell you what's
No,
going
no,
on
no. But
here.
they look like fucked up. I know they're in his hair, but
Can you figure out what's going on?
Is it like a weird hat head or something?
It is. I think that he was wearing a hat and they went, sir, we're going to need you to take your
Yeah,
hat off for this
yeah.
picture. You can literally see where it was and the hair was flipping up, but
Nice.
it gives him a nice, looks like he's curled his hair a little
looks like
bit.
a carny.
What an asshole.
If you're gonna
he's
be
just,
banging your sheep or dog, you can't be having your phone. Why is your phone on you?
well,
that
he was going to town on this German Shepherd. I mean,
God.
really laying into
his
this thing.
big objection to this whole thing is that he'd have his phone on him while he's banging the dog.
Well, he
Everybody
did.
knows you leave your phone in the other room.
I'm just
Look at it, proofs.
Surprised a German
man.
Shepherd would allow that, honestly.
Well, maybe.
No,
Saying, we
no,
don't
no.
know. I mean, did you ask him? Who knows? So no one answered this phone. It's in his pocket as he's just going to town on this son of a bitch, and it dials his buddy. No one answers, and then it's just left there continuously rolling as this guy's just going to town on his.
Oh,
on his
imagine
dog.
the horror as you're listening to yelps and just
he saying the
sounds
name of the dog?
sex as
Yeah.
this dude is just going to town
Perhaps
on
a
this thing.
sack slap or
Yes.
something. I mean,
He's
who
probably
knows?
talking to
well,
it.
that's what I was gonna say. Is he saying the name of the dog? Like, yeah, Benji. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. He lives in Alabama. He will be the second person charged under the
course.
state's new tougher bestiality law.
What is with this?
If convicted, he'll be required to register as a sex offender. Bestiality is now a Class A misdemeanor in Alabama. He admitted that he was banging his dog on 4 separate occasions. And my thought
let's
is,
be honest.
if you admit to 4 of them,
It's like
it's
10,
probably
20.
a million.
It's like you find one cockroach, there's another 10,000 of them.
Dude, did we say this on the air, off the air the other day? But if people just been, maybe it was, so if it was on, I bad. But if people just been railing animals for years and we just now know about it. I forget if we talked about that on the air. Or
It was
off.
on the air.
Was
And
it?
yes, they've been fucking animals for a long time, I
Yeah,
think.
thousands of years, I bet.
He also reportedly owns a Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua?
A Chihuahua, yes, a Chihuahua, and he only engaged in relationships with the German Shepherd.
Oh, so he was in a monogamous relationship?
He was.
That's
Well,
nice,
he'd
at
have
least,
killed
in
the
this day.
Chihuahua, right?
Well, if he's going to that furiously.
You would think. Well, the first guy that was charged under the new bestiality laws
Good dog.
is Jonathan Medley, and you remember Jonathan Medley? He's the guy.
He one-handed the little proops.
Yes, he's the guy that had sex with his wife's 2-year-old Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
Wasn't that
he-
like
he
into
fee-feed it.
revenge or something? Or
Yeah, because she was spending so much time with her, and then I threatened Beth
I'll
with that
show
with
you.
Izzy. You're paying a little too much attention to the dog, and now the proof's this, the proof's that, and it's like this is what could happen.
right?
This is a reality in our world today.
Dude, the guy raped the Shih Tzu.
A Shih Tzu of all dogs, like that's just so not fair. That's like I mean, honestly, that's like an elephant
I
taking it to
cannot
you, E.
Imagine having sex with a dog. I don't get it. Buy a prostitute, man. Just get a fee. Whatever.
This guy was also charged with possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Really?
Yeah, that's outrageous.
That's kind of piling on, I think, at that point.
I can't believe this out of a carny.
He's by the way, this monster was also caught with some marijuana.
Whoa!
Wow, we can't stand for this. Direct to jail for this gentleman. He was living without electricity when he was arrested. The unnamed dog, Jay, you've always asked this question. The German Shepherd, a female.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Well, we didn't know. We've speculated. He always thinks he's raping these dogs in the ass.
Yeah, that's been a weird thing with you guys. Always assuming it's a dude. The
I don't
animal's
assume it's a dude, but I don't assume it's a dude, but I definitely don't assume it's a female. I just think they go after whatever's there.
Every time assume it's a chick.
I just think they go after what's there.
I assume they don't give a shit.
Right.
No, I
It's
think
just a
they're
hole
looking
to
for some
bang.
nasty, sloppy dog vagine.
Yeah.
Or horse vagine, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, that was for you, Ms. Jelski. I know you're a big fan of those stories.
Before we get to email, don't forget about our Tigers tickets giveaway. August 21st is Friday night game. We've got a couple sweet pairs of tickets. Tigers v. Rangers. And the way that you can get them
Fireworks on Friday night.
Yeah. Help us out on Twitter. So just go to our show sample button on our website. Peruse those samples, pick one you like, and then tweet it.
Do we have some new ones coming? E,
what's up?
Do we have some?
You know what we do have? We probably have a couple new show samples coming, but we have a bunch of interviews coming too. We're gonna have a separate tab for interviews.
Okay.
That we've done, so those will be going up soon. We're gonna be adding pictures pretty soon, some videos pretty soon, images if you will. Yeah.
And yeah, we should have some. We should definitely try to get some new show samples up there too. Of course, we're really gonna try to. The goal is to really try to get the website to have a lot more new content on a regular basis.
Yeah. We're committed to that. So, tweet.
Just like Jay's committed to his 500 Kegels.
Just did 5 just now. Just did 5. Where are you? Where are you today?
I didn't commit to 500 Kegels per day.
I just did 10, just like that.
The only reason it's so funny, I know I've said it before, but the only reason that was so funny to me is just how you said it originally. You're just like, I'm going to commit to 500 per day.
And you've relayed that story several times on air and off air.
Well, so I find it humorous.
I'm sure everybody's aware of it. I will have you know that I throw much farther now. Further?
Very good. Yeah. Further, farther.
So way you do it is you hashtag
I'm glad
share
you told me that. I wanted to know that. I was actually curious about that.
Hashtag share the Detroit Cast, and the 2 individuals with the most retweets will win these 2 pairs of tickets. So have fun with that. Yes, we do have some email, Mike, if that was your question.
It was. Yes, thank you.
Stacy writes in, hey guys, check out this amazing woman. If that retard Big E thinks Special Olympics equestrian competitions are so easy, check out this photo.
Oh, geez.
I'll have you
I'm
see
about to
this
get a
photo. And there she is. The woman has no arms and could easily kick E's ass in an equestrian competition. Just saying.
This isn't what we were. Look at it, Bruce. This isn't what we were seeing the other day, though.
We were seeing more mentally disabled than physically disabled. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But is that a Special Olympian? I don't know.
Is she
no arms?
Well, I'd say that's a very special one. Is she wearing one of those like mouth guards that helps grab a hold of that thing?
Grabbing the leash.
Yeah, I mean,
well, something's got to be
the leash, right? That's what they call it.
Yeah,
the technical term.
Yeah, this sort of goes to Stacy's next point. You guys crack me up when you discuss anything horse related or animal related, for that matter, because you have no idea what you're talking about.
That's true. Very, very true.
Just put the leash in her mouth, and she can just kind of make that thing wander about, right?
How does she do the whip it?
Oh, how does she whip their ass?
Nuts, yeah, dude. You have to whip the horse's ass. I think that's part of the.
Imagine the strength of her inner thighs, right? She's not holding on.
Oh man.
Oh geez.
Oh no.
She could crush you, E.
Yeah, she'd be in the sack. Wow.
She's got her feet grabbing his mouth too.
Yes, you're right. She's got leashes connected to her feet.
Not bad. That's I couldn't do that.
That's pretty impressive. But it seems to me that the horse is doing everything. I mean,
right.
Isn't she just again sort of a passenger on there? And I don't know. Looks like
she
anybody.
spends the whole time just going, go.
Yeah, it looks like somebody trained a horse to run around in a circle.
Fucking
well done, trainer. Well done.
Yeah, and again, to my point from yesterday, we were watching something completely different yesterday, dude. We were watching
mentally disabled. This looks to be a real competition, and this woman without arms just simply entered a real competition.
Yeah,
that's what it appears to me. So
yeah.
So there's Stacy. I think it's apples to oranges.
Totally.
Look at that crowd, how big it was.
Oh, look at that girl showing off and waving to the crowd.
Oh my God.
What a hot dog.
Right.
I guess it was the Paralympic Games.
I didn't see what she was missing.
Yeah, the second one?
Yeah.
She must have had a fake leg or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. Huh. I use the Amazon link to support the show, says Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. I even buy some of my horsey stuff on there.
I take offense at that comment that we don't know what the hell we're talking about with proofs and stuff.
Well, I'm not sure we do, Mike.
Pretty sure we do.
What do you know about horses? How often do you shoe them, if at all?
What'd you like to know? Like, dude, you're supposed
How
to
often do you shoe them?
You're supposed to get new shoes every few weeks.
Few weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be faster.
I mean, you wear them out faster if they're jogging a lot. But and it depends what kind of soles they are. If they're rubber soled, they'll wear out faster. If they're
you know nothing about horseshoes. You had your horseshoe in here upside down in the studio.
And if you notice, we've been doing better, I think, since we turned it.
That's right. It's supposed to catch all your dreams, not dump them out.
Well, that's why the show was so shitty for a while.
Yeah.
Because that horseshoe.
It was upside down. We apologize for that. We corrected it.
Okay. That's fair. No, if you have rubber soled shoes on the horses, they'll wear out a lot faster than if you have.
Can we just move on to him pretending to talk about horseshoes?
Aluminum?
Yeah. Aluminum. Yeah. If you have aluminum shoes on them, they'll last a lot longer. You can change those once every 5 years.
What do you do? You just kind of glue those on? Maybe with some
staple.
Staple. Okay.
Like the industrial.
Got it.
The gun. And if you have the aluminum shoes on them, you don't have to change those, but like every 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Now, do you change those yourself, or you take it to like a farrier?
No, you change them yourself. I mean,
what is a
it's your
farrier?
horse? It's just like you change your shoes. You don't have some asshole
No,
come
I'm
over and do
asking
it
him.
for you.
Oh, okay.
You don't have some asshole come over and talk about farriers.
Yeah, I have a ferry sitting right across from me.
Why would we put the horse on a ferry boat, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just
stupid.
changing its shoes.
Duh. Yeah.
Love the
slip them on.
Love listening to you, fine young gentlemen, says Stacy. Good day, sirs. Winky
I
face.
said good day.
Winky face.
I feel like I was encompassed in the fine young gentleman.
Nope, it was us three
Yeah.
right here.
Well, it said you.
Rob writes in. We'll get to you, E.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
Subject line: Big E.
Oh
Jesus
no.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
Bring
I don't
it,
even want
Rob.
to hear it. I don't even want to hear it.
Gentlemen, svelte cult leader, king, ball scratcher, and asshole, or Captain Jean-Luc Macard. I like that Macard has caught on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Look, listen, I'm not a Big E hater. I've written in before to bust his balls, but I don't hate him. That being said,
I don't even want to hear this.
That being said, can you mute his mic during stories so he can't interrupt with his unintelligible yelling or repeating parts of the story that we literally just heard? Have him raise his hand if he wants to comment.
Ooh, that's a good
It's
idea.
an easy solution.
right.
I like that.
We could get him one of those paddles.
We could call on him when appropriate.
Excuse me. I have something to say. I have something to add.
We could have a light system. We could have a red and green light. He can only talk upon a green light.
Yeah.
That might work.
And we could maybe have a yellow light signal, like for the final couple minutes of the show, where he can proceed cautiously. Look both
Yeah.
ways. Look both ways.
Right.
Make sure the road's clear before you go.
Like, yeah, wouldn't mind your comment in here.
Yeah.
You know,
Not
not necessary, but proceed with caution.
Just
Red,
treat it like a four-way stop at all times, of course. But
red stops, Adult Swim.
yeah.
Green, have at it. Tell us all about your hookers and your twos out in Vegas.
Yeah, that'll be
Right?
reserved for the like Ask E segment.
Yeah.
We'll give you a green light for that.
Yeah. Also, E, you need to watch Pulp Fiction as soon as possible. It's my favorite movie of all time.
I know. I really actually do want. Out of the ones that you've talked
Don't
about,
just
Pulp
say
Fiction-
that.
No. Out of the
true.
ones you've said that I should watch, Pulp Fiction is the one I most want to watch. Just because I don't know. I just don't die hard. I'll watch it, but I have no need to or want to really. Top Gun, Again, I'll watch it, but out of the ones, Pulp Fiction is by far the one I'm most excited to actually watch.
And now Usual Suspects.
Yeah, okay. Usual Suspects too.
Have you seen Goodfellas?
Yes.
Okay.
Plain White
Hell yeah.
Tees is the biggest pusshole band I've ever heard. Holy shit.
Agreed.
I'm not a Plain White
bullshit,
Tees
dude.
fan.
You sang that with such gusto. You love that
No,
song.
I don't.
That
I've
song
never even heard
sucks.
that song before.
Rob, you're with me, man. That is a pusshole band. It's the worst, and ironically, it's the only band that he has sang to on this whole show since I've known him.
He was rocking out to it.
He's doing the air ukulele and everything.
I don't like the band, but you can
You fucking love it.
No. You can like a song or two from a band and kind of like, I like this. I don't know any other songs by Lit other than My Own Worst Enemy.
You
so
like pusshole songs. Those 3 songs suck.
I only like 2 of the ones that I heard. I didn't even know the other one.
We're not singing the song. No, we're moving on. I'm not going another day with this song in my head. No. Fuck!
Where are we?
Times Square can't shine as bright as you. I swear it's true.
God.
Hey there, Delilah, don't you worry about the distance.
Look at
I'm
E.
right there if you get lonely. Give this song another listen.
Come on, E, into the mic.
Close your
Into the mic.
eyes.
Come on, E.
Listen to my voice. No.
Come on.
You got this,
No,
dude.
you such a
Come
bitch.
on.
No, you shut me up. I'm
Come
not a
on.
singer. Mike's a singer.
Oh, it's what you do to me.
Come on, E.
Oh, it's what you do to me.
I hate this part where it just repeat. I will say this part's dumb.
It's what you do to me. What you do
All right,
to
E,
me.
here we go. Here we go. You got next
You
one.
got this shit. You got this.
I'm not. No. I'm not.
I'm not
Times
gonna.
are
It's more.
getting hard,
I'm not gonna.
Leave me, girl. Someday I'll pay the bills.
I'm not doing it, man. I don't sing.
I can't do it. I don't know. I can't.
I don't do it. I'm not gonna. Ugh.
I'm not a
A whole lot
singer.
of no's. You had the green light, dude. Hey there,
Go
Delilah,
get it,
I've
E.
got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you take away your breath and it all, even more in love with me, you'd fall.
Oh, what an asshole.
We'd have it all. E.
Come on, E.
Come on.
Oh,
I can't do it. No, I can't. No.
Can't do it.
I'll eat a bowl of rabbit shit, but that's about all I'll do.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do anything that could embarrass me.
I'm not worried about being embarrassed.
I'll stick a finger in my butt if I lose a race, but no, I won't sing a song.
People will laugh at me. Think less of me.
Yeah.
I have you're right. As you've noticed, I have very weird things that I get hung up on.
Why would you be self-conscious about that?
I don't
Seriously,
know,
dude.
but I am.
Might put a red splotch on the fading name.
I won't talk to.
Shut up.
For listeners, Mike is now standing up in an authoritative position. He's had enough.
I don't want to hear it.
God.
I don't want to. I can't. No,
All
I
right.
won't. No, that's not what I'm saying.
E, we're gonna start with something simple. Row, row, row the boat.
I'm not.
Come on, man.
Row, row, row your
Sing,
boat.
row, row, row the boat. Not my boat, the boat.
No, I'm not singing.
Just
row your
come
boat.
on. First stanza.
I don't even remember it.
Row, row,
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus.
Here we go.
You got this, shitty.
I'm not singing "Row Your Boat." What is this from?
Merrily, 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 life is but
Played on a loop.
dream. This is the worst version of Row.
Yeah,
Row,
what
Row
is
Your Boat I've
this?
ever heard. Oh, here you go, E. You got this.
Gently down the
Singing "Row Your Boat."
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
It's in Pixie.
Row your boat gently
What is this?
down
What
the
part do we pick up?
stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
What is this song about?
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. What is
Oh.
this song about?
It's about rowing a boat gently down the stream.
know.
Asshole.
What
Why?
a dickhead.
But why?
It couldn't be any clearer.
Yeah, it's
It
about
couldn't be any clearer. It is plain what that song is about.
It's clearly about the conflict in the Middle East, E.
I know,
Clearly.
But what is the point of it?
Hidden meaning, man.
There's gotta be something behind it.
It's about the strife, you know.
Well, just like on the freaking
the struggle of the black man in America.
Well, just about ring around the rosies is a little kid thing, and that was about like the freaking what is it, the plague or whatever. I mean, there's got to be some reasoning behind the song. It wasn't.
No, I think they're just talking about rowing down a stream.
Yeah. So somebody just one day was like, "Oh, I'm rowing my boat."
Yeah, it's sort of like "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," you know, just
How
a
I
simple
wonder.
little song. Yeah, you want to sing that one?
No.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Goey.
Who wrote these songs?
Goey.
That's singing Twinkle Twinkle.
I'm not.
Wasn't
I
this?
can't. I won't.
Wasn't this literally written by a young Beethoven? Am I imagining that?
Perhaps.
Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's true.
All right. If you don't want to do Twinkle Twinkle, do ABC. ABC. Have you ever noticed it's the same songy?
What do you mean?
Twinkle, twinkle.
No, I actually never did notice that.
Yeah.
H-I-J-K.
How about this, E? Baba Black Sheep. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool?
I actually don't
Same
remember that
song.
one. I remember
Is
I
it?
know it, but I don't know. I actually don't know the words to that one. But
That's really cheap.
Who wrote it, man?
Mozart.
Oh, Mozart. Okay. But I
You were
say
way
Beethoven.
off. You were way off.
He did an arrangement of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow.
That's
Who
not-
the fuck wrote these songs? Mozart. Any other
Whoever that-
questions, E?
Whoever that is.
Ed writes in, just listening to Monday's episode, he just went off about how stupid a guy is for losing his wallet. Then he says, I lost my wallet several times. It's a bitch to get your ID and
Whoa.
credit cards replaced.
I didn't go off on a guy. I didn't go off on the losing of the wallet. I went off on the racism.
You
idea.
did make a statement, I think, like, oh, dumbass left his wallet on the side of the truck or
yeah,
something.
well, I'm a dumbass too. I've done it several times, but that doesn't mean he's not a dumbass and a racist from what it sounded like.
Yeah. It was a funny email.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, we need to explain the stinksing dead body. Remember that email of a couple nights ago?
I do.
A young lady went to visit a funeral home
Yeah.
to say goodbye to a friend, and she wondered about the smell.
Was it an overweight African American?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a 350, 400 pound guy?
And she wondered, like, what was that? So Gary, the dead body expert, chimes in. Smelly dead black friend is the subject line.
Okay.
Hello, King, one who identifies as thin, I understand, and admirer of my Asics. So you were liking his shoes when he was in there.
Okay. Yeah.
So concerning the ASCII segment regarding the large dead friend, first, the time from death to funeral. It is common for black funerals to be several days to weeks later due to two things. One, waiting on family to be notified and getting to town is very common for delaying a funeral. Two, and more disturbing, is due to black funeral homes very often require full payment before they do the funeral. Racist!
Why?
This results in delays while families pull together money. By comparison, white funeral homes tend to offer payment plans, as funerals often run north of $10,000.
No kidding.
It's interesting that
dude,
there's a
that's
difference culturally there. Second, due to his size, he may not have been fully bathed. He most likely died of a heart attack during cardiac arrest. A human will sweat, and if you recall, purge themselves of bodily fluids. We do recall that.
I do.
We've
Yes.
discussed that many times.
It's my nightmare.
This cocktail may not have been fully washed off during the embalming, resulting in
What?
an offensive smell.
Wait. You give him a half-ass bath at that point?
It's 400 pounds,
Right.
dude.
It's kind of hard. You gotta
Hose him off.
I know. You got to put him
Take
sort of
him
in the
into-
carport and just
Right.
Yeah.
get the coin wash out. and-
Yeah, that one where you.
I mean, go gentle with the power scrub.
yeah, you don't want
wanna-
to take off the paint.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, Jesus.
Third, depending on the funeral home, they may have just done a poor job of embalming the body. If this is the case, the body can still decay, and the odor will be similar to that widespread leg deer on the side of the road on a hot summer day.
God.
Oh boy!
God.
Oh, that's just the smell
We're
of death,
disgusting.
man.
We are
Yeah.
disgusting things, man.
Fourth, he may have been stored unembalmed while waiting on the above payment. If this is the case, then that's just unprofessional. I have heard of cases where bodies are left in the Wayne County morgue for a lengthy stay. Wayne County often has refrigeration issues resulting in rotting bodies.
Oh my God.
I've picked up many a stinksing body from there over the years. He possibly was stored unrefrigerated or unembalmed. Either way, that is just wrong. All properly embalmed bodies will not stink while on display, regardless of how long you wait. They could show that body for a month with no changes to the smell, assuming they do not place it in the sun. A good funeral home would have asked if the deceased had a favorite cologne/perfume and asked the family to bring in some with the desired burial clothing. When the family arrived, they would be greeted with a pleasant smell of flowers and Drakkar. I say good day, sir. I said good day. Gary, the dead body expert.
Wow. Who knew?
Yeah. So that answers that.
Yeah.
Could be a number of factors, but essentially you were just smelling a stinking body.
Yeah. Gross.
Ugh. Ugh.
I had no idea.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else we need to mention? Are we good?
No, use the Amazon link. Please share the show, rate us, do all that stuff on social media to spread it around. We appreciate everything you guys have been doing. We've been seeing growth, so keep it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good night, everybody. Good day. And thanks for checking us out for a Thursday. We'll do it all again tomorrow for an all-new Friday edition.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to the guy.